Wow. What a tremendous shot that was. Hello everyone and welcome to Stellos Stadium in Nashua, scene of tonight's Friday night football game that has all eyes of New Hampshire sports media seemingly on it, as two top teams in New Hampshire's Division I West will do battle. Nashua High South hosting the Bedford Bulldogs. John Collins along with the king of all Greater Nashua sports, Tom King. It should be a great game, Tom.
This should be a great game. Last year was a much anticipated game. The one thing Josh Porter, the new Nashua South coach, realized watching last year was Nashua South had it too easy leading up to that game. So they played Malden Catholic as an opener, a non-league opener, tough team down in Massachusetts. He thinks that better prepares them for what they're going to see tonight, because they were never the same team when they played after they played Bedford last year. They ended up going, I think they won one more game and then they lost in the quarterfinals. They won a playoff game and then they lost in the quarterfinals.
Malden Catholic, a team with talent, size, and speed, and South still came away with a victory.
That's because South has talent, size, and speed especially. But Bedford, John, with Bennett Matthews moving to quarterback, a lot of people think that if Matthews had quarterback last year, they might have won it all. And Brody Helton, the best running back in the state, those two, let's check the numbers at the end of the game.
Yeah, in their opening game, a 48-20 win at Merrimack, Brody Helton, 4 touchdowns passing. 11 for 189 yards.
Not Helton, Matthews 4 touchdowns passing.
Yeah, Bennett, yeah. So and Helton had the touchdowns rushing. They were they're a dual threat. The dual threat for South, of course, are Cody Jackson, great profile by Tom in today's Telegraph, talking about him, and Joshua Tripp.
Well, Cody Jackson, John, he's come a long way in 2 years. He's remade himself, reinvented himself. As he said, after sophomore year, we only won one game. Something has to change. First thing was going to change was him. And I think he's their best player. But we'll see how things go as the night goes on. I'm going down for the first quarter. Be back up after that.
Thank you, Tom King. Yeah, Tom's profile, it was an off season for Cody Jackson that Tom Brady would have been proud of, including playing a lot of Madden to sharpen his decision-making skills on the field. He was in the weight room. He went to an elite speed training program, and he just really kind of shocked everybody in his junior and now senior seasons with how much he upped his foot speed as a quarterback. And in the opening game, which was a 36-25 win at Malden Catholic, the senior quarterback, Cody Jackson, shined. He was 18 of 24 for 210 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. Meanwhile, Joshua Tripp, 7 catches, 86 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns, and he had an interception on defense. So it's Tripp and Cody Jackson, and it's Brody Helton, Bennett Matthews, 4 names you'll be hearing a lot of tonight. As they showed in Game 1, they'll be huge impact players going forward in this 2025 high school football season. So as you can see, South is going to kick off. They're going to kick from right to left as the sun descends over the Nashua River. Fortunately, it's out of our eyes. Finally, it was in the press box for all the pregame. And time of year that it's not really a factor like it is, say, in the spring at this time. The kickoff will come down at about the 16-yard line, fielded on the far sideline by number 1, Connor Sturgis, is driven to the turf at about the 30-yard line. So a 14-yard return. It'll be first down and 10 for the Bedford Bulldogs. We welcome Bedford TV, BC TV. We welcome Bedford Radio to the telecast tonight. So if you hear a lot of down and distance and clock mentions, know that we're also broadcasting on the radio. A throwback for me, that was where I started about 50 years ago, it feels like, in Salem, New Hampshire, and then did the route up around New Hampshire. And back on the radio with Bedford TV and, of course, Nashua ETV. Swing pass to the right side down the hash mark. Gains a good, healthy 8 yards on first down as the pass from Bennett Matthews swings it out to the receiver in the flat. That's Brody Helton, running back, coming out of the backfield with his first yards. He'll put up a lot of total yards, of course, running and receiving for the Bulldogs. So it's second and short. Opening drive for Bedford. 12-minute quarters in New Hampshire high school football. Division I West matchup. Pinkerton considered one of the powers, but 2 and 3 ranked. Bedford and South going at it here, and not too much room to roam, but a busted play to the left, and then Brody Helton cuts it back to the right and gets the first down. That was a gain of about 5 yards on that carry. He actually ran about 30 yards to gain it, but effective running once again by Brody Helton, the senior running back who scored 4 touchdowns running last week at the expense of the Tomahawks in Merrimack. A lot of excitement surrounding this game. Pretty good crowd you see on the other side for Bedford traveling here, but this side almost full with the Nashua band and the fans watching. Dropping back for the first rollout pass of the game. Taking a hit as he tucked it under his arm. Defense able to string out Bennett Matthews wide to the left. He did get a decent gain out of it. No, actually, that's a defensive win there in first down. Only 1 yard gain for quarterback Bennett Matthews as he sprinted to his left looking for an open receiver that was not there. Secondary coverage excellent there for the Panthers. Joshua Tripp lurking in his safety position. Such a good football player, number 11. He's to the far right of your screen. Tim O'Neill on camera today. Katie Doyle on audio with our executive producer Pete Johnson alongside, and Dylan Smith handling the replays back in the studio. Run play stuffed up just beyond the line of scrimmage. It's going to be another short gain for the Bedford offense, and it's going to set up a possible third down stop here by the Panthers, an opportunity to stymie the Bedford offense in the opening series and make a statement here for the Panthers defense. It would be a huge win if they could get the ball back after kicking off to start the game. Ball is at the 47-yard line. It's third down and about 7 with just under 10 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Opening drive for Bedford. Can they convert on 3rd and 7? Dropping back is the quarterback, Bennett Matthews. Going to run it. He's got the first down. Dances around all kinds of tacklers and makes it a huge gainer of about 12 or 13 yards for Bennett Matthews. Nobody open again. Credit to the secondary for the tight coverage, but they let him escape the backfield, and he turned it into a big gain. 1st and 10 for Bedford in the Nashua territory now, well into it at the 43, make that the 38-yard line of Nashua. So Bennett Matthews with that foot speed, it's twice he's been able to decide not to throw it and make positive yards out of it. It was hugely positive that time. So it's 9:15 to go, 1st and 10, threatening to score in their opening drive. The Bulldogs with the pitch to the right. Brody Helton crashes through a few tacklers wide to the left, but it's a big chunk on first down of about 5 yards. Gain for Helton. Nice gang tackle by the Panthers, but Helton is just so fast he turns the corner before he's hit, and he's already gained 2 or 3 at that point, and he took the pile forward for a 5-yard gain on first down. So now Bedford has the ball at the Panthers' 33-yard line, and the Panthers want a timeout. South coaching staff not quite liking what they've seen in the last few plays, as Bennett Matthews, the quarterback, and Brody Helton, their star running back, able to gain some big ground when they needed it most. So October will be a very exciting month for football fans and football players in Bedford. They've got coming up in October, they're going to be on the road basically until October. Bedford has got some tough road games. This is one of them. They just had one in Merrimack. They were very successful last week in Merrimack. But it's setting up to be in October to remember. They got games at home against Exeter, North, and Bishop Girton on October 3rd, the 10th, and the 17th. Then they're at Londonderry on the 24th, and they've got the big Halloween matchup against Keene in Bedford. So that'll be a very exciting night when they actually host the Black and Orange on Halloween night, Keene coming into town. So this is going to be an exciting season for Bedford football. No matter what happens tonight, we're expecting a real barn burner before this one's over. Again, picking his way through tacklers and making huge yardage. He's got another first down. He is just close to the 25. He needed to get to about the 27 to get the first down. He moves the chains again, does quarterback Bennett Matthews on the keeper. I don't know if that was a design quarterback draw. It looked like it might have been. And he found another gap in the defensive line of the Panthers. So 8:16 to go after the strategy timeout by the Panthers defensive coordinator. Right back to moving the ball for the first down. The Bedford offense, 1st and 10 at the 33 of Nashua. The handoff is to a secondary back. Was that a flag that flew from the referee from the back? Thought I saw something fly, and it was a flag, and I believe it was the referee in the white hat that threw it, so he knows exactly what he's going to call. He's going to call a holding penalty against Bedford. Our game's first penalty is a big one. It comes on first down and a short gain, so that's going to move him back 10 from the 33 to the 43, I would think, unless it's a spot foul. Let's see where they mark it. It is, in fact, a spot foul. The holding occurred at the 25, so they move the ball back 10 yards from that spot to the 35. It'll bring up 1st and 20. I thought the ball was on the 33. They only moved it back 7 yards, so interesting. Not a spot foul, really. It was from the original first down marker, so it is 1st and 20 from the 35. In the shotgun is Bennett Matthews. He's going to just flip it to Helton, eludes the tackler, gets around the left corner and gets collared down at about the previous line of scrimmage. A 10-yard gain for Brody Helton going off left tackle. And Joshua Tripp, the safety, came all the way up to make the tackle as eluding the linemen and the linebackers was Helton as he goes around the left side. It is 2nd down and 12, they call it. The ball marked short of where it looked like he hit the turf, but it's going to be an 8-yard gain on the first down after the penalty. 2nd down and 12. Key downs here for South. Looking to stop Bedford on the opening drive. Looking to pass. Matthews again pulls it down and again runs. He's hit out of bounds after a gain of 5 or 6 on the far sideline. 6:44. The clock stops momentarily. It is a 6-yard gain. Make that 7. It's going to be 3rd and a long 3. 3rd and 3 from the 20-yard line of South. Looking for that elusive stop of Bennett Matthews. He's getting nothing but positive yards on plays where he looks a little bit flustered to begin the play. Looking for open receivers that aren't there. And he's tucked the ball under his arm about 4 times now on pass plays and run it successfully. Finding gaps and openings off tackle and up the middle is the talented quarterback, Bennett Matthews. He's going to keep this one again. He goes up the middle after faking the handoff to Helton, and he's got another first down. A gain of about 5 for Bennett Matthews. The chains move again, and it's not yet goal to go, but it's getting pretty close. That ball is marked at the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 for Bedford. A lengthy opening drive that has lasted 5.5 minutes so far. Into our 12-minute quarter. There's 6:22 to go. Clock running. And Bedford running basically on every play right now. The closest thing to a swing pass to Brody Helton. High percentage. He's going to pull it down and throw a quick hitter to the outside. It's complete to the wideout, who is grinding. Joshua Tripp tackles him at the 6-yard line. It is a gain of 9.5. It's going to be 2nd and very short. Less than a yard to go for Bedford to get a first down. They are successfully moving the ball all over the field, going up the middle, going to the left, and then there was a quick hitter pass to the right to Bryson Durso, their wide receiver, good target at 5'10", junior. Durso was able to plow forward after getting the quick pass, a good 6 or 7 yards, till he hit Joshua Tripp, tackled him. Tripp's got about 4 tackles already in this opening drive as a safety. There's a quick hitter to the left. Again, it's Durso. He's got a blocker, and he is into the end zone. He stuck the ball across the line. It is a touchdown. I don't think his feet ever went over the goal line. We'll watch the replay, but you can see Durso had a blocker in front of him. He was hit at about the 1, but he reached the ball across the line, and it was good enough for the side judge, who was right there, to call a touchdown. 6-0. Bedford successful on their opening drive. They had to work for it. They did convert on third down a few times, but they successfully drive the ball down the field, take over 6 minutes off the clock, and now it's the extra point. The holder will be Dylan Belair, and the kicker is Elijah Todd, who drills it through. It's a 7-0 lead for Bedford. John Collins along with Tom King. It is a battle of the top teams in Division I West, South and Bedford. And Bedford makes their opening statement. They take the ball after the opening kickoff and drive it from the 16-yard line all the way down to pay turf. That is an 84-yard touchdown drive that took 6 minutes and 13 seconds off the clock. And now the Nashua South Purple Panthers will get their first offensive possession of the game. We welcome again our Bedford BCTV viewers to our Nashua ETV telecast, also our Bedford radio audience to this game. Bedford, perennial powers in just about every high school sport in New Hampshire, certainly football one of them. And this season promises to be no different. They've got an exciting unit on the field once again, especially when you look at their quarterback, Bennett Matthews, and their running back, Brody Helton. On the other side of the field, you got quarterback Cody Jackson, who put in a tremendous amount of offseason work to make himself into an even better quarterback and a dual threat running and passing. And then you have his senior wideout, his favorite target, Joshua Tripp, who just stays on the field for defense and offense. Bedford radio station is WBNH. Welcome. Run back by South's Justin Fish as he gets tackled just short of the 30-yard line. And the South offense finally does get on the field more than halfway through our opening quarter of their home opener here at Stellos. South played on the road in Massachusetts in their tune-up game that does count as a regular season game against Malden Catholic last week, which they did win 36-25, kind of a seesaw battle against a very talented team, fast and strong, Malden Catholic, who led 7-0 and then tried to come back late. There's a shot down the middle. It's complete. A first pass of the game on the first play of the game, and it is complete to Colvin Levesque. Colvin Levesque was open down the middle seam, and it was a perfectly thrown pass. He did not have to break stride. Bedford fortunate to make the tackle. Levesque threatening to go the distance there as he caught that ball with some foot speed underneath and tackled beyond the midfield stripe. Throwing again, Jackson's going to float another one down the middle, and this one's over the head of Colvin Levesque as they tried to run the basically the same play, and they're going to call unnecessary, unsportsmanlike roughness on the safety. He tripped Colvin Levesque unnecessarily after that ball was well over his head, and the umpire was right on it. That's going to be 15 yards for unnecessary roughness. He stuck his foot out on purpose, and the official was right there. That's what they're talking about. I think the referee's just questioning because it's a big call. And the ref is going to come over and tell us what the umpire saw. Personal foul against the defense.
Foul against the Bulldogs.
And it is 15 yards. So an ill-advised little extracurricular activity by the defensive back there as he sent Levesque sprawling after the ball was overthrown. And this is going to put South deep into Bedford territory. at the 31. First down and 10 for South at the spot of the foul. Throwing on the first 2 plays was Jackson. He does keep this one. Cody Jackson to the left, sprints down the sideline, just knocked out of bounds short of the 15-yard line, but another first down. About a 12-yard gain in an eye blink there by Jackson. The foot speed he talked about with Tom King in the article today on display right there. He was by the corner in an instant on the keeper. Swings a pass outside. It is complete. Levesque dances around, and there's a flag comes way behind the play from the referee. The referee threw that flag about 15 yards from where he was standing, right towards where Levesque was going, and it might have been some sort of a illegal block by the lead receiver that was over there in front of Levesque. Let's see which team this is against. My guess is it's against the offense, but we'll have to see what this conference of the officials will lead to. It was interesting that Levesque got a big gain there on that swing pass. Jackson so accurate with these passes early. It's looking like the makings of a shootout here, the way the Panthers are able to move the ball even more quickly than Bedford did because of these passes, gaining big chunks from Jackson. Here comes the official. It's against the defense. Another personal foul, somewhere occurring in the tackle of Colvin Levesque. So the referee saw it. He's going to tell the Bedford coach exactly what he saw.
For another Nashua South, first down.
So interesting.
First and goal from the 4.
First and goal from the 4-yard line. Great opportunity for the Panthers to tie this thing up. Cody Jackson calling signals. He's got one in the backfield and 2 receivers to the left. Main target Joshua Tripp is to the wide left, bottom of your screen, number 11. He might be angling over the middle. We'll keep an eye on him. We'll see if Jackson tucks it under his own arm. A lot of options on 1st and 4. He hands it off. It is close to the goal line. There's a stacked up pile, and looks like the ball's going to be marked just inside the 2. And it'll still be goal to go for the Panthers. Good job by the interior of the defensive line for Bedford to stack that thing up on the handoff to Sam Levine, the senior running back, who took it. Now the fake, the keeper, Jackson is repelled. He decided to hold on to it. He took it away from Levine, and then he tried to run it himself, and it's 3rd down and goal to go. Brennan Krause, the senior defensive lineman, 6'2", 235, a key player on that defensive stop short of the goal line. So will South go to the air here trying to get this in? Running to his right, throwing, and he's completing it. Number 5, touchdown. Colvin Levesque featured huge in that opening drive. It is a Nashua South touchdown with 4:07 to go in the first quarter, needing only the extra point to tie this game up. 7-6 for the moment. Cody Jackson, what an offensive captain he is. He leads the team down the field with such confidence, pinpoint passing, great decision making, finding Colvin Levesque open, and what Coach Jason Roby calls the swinging gate play is what that was. Now look at this unusual formation on the conversion. Now they go back to the traditional setup. Cody Jackson's been the long snapper as well as the quarterback. Nothing that you usually see a quarterback do. There's the hold, and the kick is good. 7-7, Preston Boys, the kicker for South, right down the middle. What an exciting first quarter this has been so far, with an offensive taste to it. 7-7, 4:07 to go in the first quarter. 7 teams in New Hampshire Division I West. You're watching 2 of them here tonight, or listening to the broadcast on WBNH in Bedford Radio. You got Bedford and South, and then you got Bishop Girton, Goffstown, Keene, Merrimack, and Nashua North, rounding out the 7 teams who are in action, of course, this weekend. Tonight, it is Alvern at Salem. These are 7 o'clock games tonight. This is the only 6:30 start, so we're about a half hour ahead of these guys. West is at Hollis Brookline. In another game, tomorrow, it's going to be Bishop Girton playing a Saturday night opener tomorrow night. And good luck to them. The team that we love to cover as well, the BG Cardinals, will be here at Stellos for their home opener tomorrow night at 6 o'clock start. There's a kick end over end. Actually, it's going to be a ground ball, and it's going to be in the end zone or out of bounds. Yes, just barely a touchback. It was very close to the pylon. That would have been a penalty against South had that gone out of bounds in the end zone. Instead, it goes over the shaded area there in the touchdown. And, of course, the referee, the game's lead official, is right on top of it and was able to make the call. So it's a touchback against the for Bedford. Ball at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Bedford was able to go 84 yards in their opening possession and score. And the drive for Cody, the drive for the quarterback Cody Jackson and the South offense was closer to about 67 yards. I think they started around there 33, but equally impressive. Bedford's on the ground and South's largely through the air, including the finisher, the touchdown pass to Colvin Levesque for 2 yards. Holding it and diving now. Again, it looks like a busted play that Bennett Matthews is trying to make the most of at quarterback for Bedford. So clock ticking under 4 minutes to go first quarter, and just a 2-yard gain for Bedford on that opening play of their second drive. It's going to be 2nd down and 8, ball at the Bedford 22-yard line. Right in the middle of the field is where they spot it. Bedford has not thrown the ball hardly at all. They did have a nice quick hitter to the right to Bryson Durso, and then another touchdown pass that was late in the drive, and they were very high percentage short throws from Matthews. He's going to roll out to his right. He's looking to pass. Throws on the run. He finds the slot receiver, and it is a 1st down reception for number 2 on the reception. It was Dylan Belair with the catch. And it was a good job of decision making by Bennett Matthews. It was hard to see that Dylan Belair was even out there. He kind of got small and sat down, and throwing it right into the breadbasket on the run for about a 10-yard passing play was Bennett Matthews to convert the 1st down on 2nd and 8. 1st and 10, ball is at the South. Make that the Bedford 32. And the handoff, Brody Helton, not too much there. Heavy hit by John McDevitt, the senior defensive back, coming up to lay the wood there on the all-world running back Brody Helton and get him down for a 2-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 8 again for Bedford. Let's see if they go back to the air. Ball's at the 34-yard line. 2nd down and 8. 2:18 to go in the first quarter. Both teams have scored on long drives on their first possessions. It's 7-7. Bedford at Nashua South here at Stellos Stadium, a packed stadium on a beautiful night for football. 72 degrees to start. Looks like it's going to be about 60 degrees before it's over. Bennett Matthews bounces off some tacklers, cuts it to the outside. He's still on his feet for a 1st down. Bennett Matthews, so hard to tackle, it looked like he was stopped in the backfield until he wasn't. And then he broke it out to the right side, just ricocheting off some defensive linemen in the middle and making a huge gain out of it. Bennett Matthews has been the story tonight, the star player for Bedford by far. As on offense, he has just been it. He's been all of it. And then he's making some nice short passes to in the red zone inside the 10 for the touchdown. So let's see what Bennett Matthews comes up with here on first down and 10. Ball at the Bedford 44-yard line. Not gaining gigantic chunks, but certainly well past the first down marker on a lot of these runs. He drops straight back to pass, throws it, bomb down the middle, is overthrowing everybody, even the Nashua South safeties that were the closest to that ball. Intended for Dylan Belair, but closest to the ball was safety Joshua Tripp and defensive back Colvin Levesque. The touchdown scorer for South, another two-way player. Great coverage. That was a player. That was a receiver that really was not open. And a kind of a gamble there by Bennett Matthews to throw that at all down to a double-covered receiver deep. It brings up second down and 10. So the offense really has just been quick passes to Durso and just a ton of runs, improvisational runs by Bennett Matthews. Let's see what comes up here with here on second and 10. He's going to hand this off to Brody Helton, who sprints to the outside. He turns the corner, gets about 10. He just stayed on his feet. He absorbed all kinds of hits and would-be tackles, and he is not brought down to the far sideline after an 11-yard gain. Let's see the spot. Now he's going to give him actually a 10.5-yard gain. It's still enough for the first down. Second effort and third effort is right, and they carried the tacklers beyond the line to gain on second down. So you see why they are such a dual threat. Bennett Matthews and Brody Helton right there was not to be denied. Scored 4 touchdowns last week, still hunting for his first of the night here tonight. 1:07 to go in the first quarter. And on the far hash mark, Bennett Matthews calling signals. He's gonna, they're gonna wildcat this, was it? Or is it just a keeper? Matthews kept it. It kind of had a wildcat look on the monitor, but that was the quarterback there, standing beside the running back that took the snap and just ran it straight up the middle and got about 4 yards. So it's gonna be second down and 6. Ball is at the South 43-yard line, just inside the 43, second down and 7. So Bedford has really been impressive here on offense. They're not even a bobble, and hugely confident on making these long conversions. Second down and 7 is a drop back. Matthews looking for somebody over the middle, pulls it down, and he's tackled just inside the 40. So he was able to get about 3 yards after deciding not to pass because of, again, good coverage in the secondary by South, left nobody open, and it looks like we're going to have a timeout down on the field. End of the first quarter is why. We played 12 minutes of this Division I West battles. South hosting Bedford, and it is an even Steven game right now, 7-7. It seems like whoever has the ball is the biggest threat to take the lead. John Collins along with Tom King. Our executive producer Pete Johnson alongside. Katie Doyle on audio. Dylan Smith back at replays. And of course, our MVP Tim O'Neill is up top here at Stellos, braving the elements once again, which right now are being kind to us. 72-degree start. Sun's gone down. And we'll take a break. You're watching Nashua ETV. Yeah, we'll take one more break. Action resuming here, third down and 10. Big play for the defense of the South Panthers. Can they make the tackle? Brody Helton with a stiff arm gang tackle for loss. A loss of about 6 yards on the play will bring up fourth down. Fourth down and 8, and it could be still go territory for Bedford. No, looks like they're going to punt. a stop, really the game's first stop, defensive stop, and the first punt coming up by Bedford. Great play, gang tackle in the backfield, brings down Brody Helton for a rare loss on a run. And on 4th and 8, Bedford elects to punt in Nashua territory, ball on the 44-yard line.
We have a timeout on the field.
Bedford forced to call.
That'll be there for
South is going with the timeout. So interesting time for a timeout with so much left remaining in the first half. 11 minutes and 23 seconds to go in the first half as we're into the second quarter of play. 7-7 the score here at Stellos. We'll be monitoring how Nashua North does tonight. They're on the road in Goffstown, taking on the Grizzlies. BG in action tomorrow night. BG will be playing against this Bedford team on October 17th, so later in the season. This is by far the biggest matchup in New Hampshire Division I, and early in the season it's coming.
Fourth down for the Bulldogs. They are set up to punt.
And set up to punt Bedford. Punter is back at the Elijah Todd, who does the place kicking and the punting, back at his own 40. He'll punt this away from the 45. It's directly up in the air and knocked down. It's a miscue and a scoop and score for Bedford. Oh, a egregious mistake. Well, you cannot advance it in high school. Is that what it'll be? You can't score in a muff punt in New Hampshire high school rules. So a lot of us watch the NFL. That would be a scoop and score at the pro level. But unfortunately, just a muff. Here it is again as we watch the replay. It hits him in the hands. It was just the wrong way to catch a ball like that. And John McDevitt,
Totally first down.
I don't know if he lost it in the lights. It almost looked like a bat down the way he received it. And he'd been better off, of course, not even touching it at that point, unless he was sure he was going to catch it. It's Bedford ball and a big break. They elect to punt, and then they get rewarded. There's a keeper to the left side and into the end zone, untouched. Bennett Matthews scores the second touchdown of the game immediately for the Bulldogs, as the ball was spotted about the 10-yard line, and he sprints around the corner and into the end zone for what turns out to be an easy touchdown. Turnover by South, immediately capitalizing on it were the Bulldogs. Of course, too good a team to give a break like that. So going for the extra point to put them up by 7 again is Elijah Todd on the hold. Up and through. It is a 14-7 lead. The hold was by Dylan Belair of Bedford. So unfortunate. There's the running touchdown. You can see Matthews just beating everybody to the pylon with ease. And the celebration after here on the enemy turf. Bedford playing 2 road games to begin the season. They're off to a great start here. They had a huge win last week over Merrimack. Credit to Merrimack, though. They were beaten 47-0 by Bedford High 2 seasons ago, and the 48-20 score represents a pretty good battle in game 1, putting up 20 points to Bedford's 48. But Bennett Matthews picking up where he left off last week. He had 2 touchdowns rushing and 1 touchdown pass in that win at Merrimack, while Brody Helton ran the ball across the goal line 4 times. So those 2 players accounting directly for 6 touchdowns. They've got 2 tonight. One was by the first touchdown of the season, I believe, for Bryson Durso. No, he might have got one last week, actually. 48 points. That's 6 touchdowns. Yeah, the 2 guys accounted for all 6. But Bryson Durso scores his first of the season. 14-7, Bedford leads it with 11 minutes left to go in the first half, and that one was fielded, and it is going to be ball is returned to about the 29-yard line by number 21,
First and 10 at the 30.
Ryan Jansen on the return. Senior running back and linebacker, number 21. Good hands on that return. So first and 10 from the 30 of South. Cody Jackson and his offense going to work for only the second time in this game. They had a very lengthy drive that went from the first quarter into the second quarter and finished with a touchdown pass, and then actually it was the end of the first quarter they scored. This is their first possession of the second quarter and second possession of the entire game. Credit to Bedford for holding the ball so long on offense. Jackson's going to throw on first down. It's a nicely touch pass to the right side. It was in the air a long time for a kind of a short gain in the end. Bedford's defender coming up to make the tackle was Connor Sturgis. Justin Fish on the reception as he kind of turned to the sideline to the right. Now he was on the wide side. This is a long throw for Cody Jackson to make, but it was right on the money. Kind of a pro throw there with a lot of air under it. Easy catch for Fish, but it was only a gain of 3. So second down and 7. Stiff arm Jackson, 2 stiff arms. He's down in the backfield. It's a loss of 1 on the play. Loss of 2 make that. It's going to be third down and 9 coming up for South. Ball's at the 38-yard line. It was closer to no gain. Third down and 7. It's a twisting and jumping play. Jumping offside, is that a defensive encroachment or did they see something in the line? We'll have to see. The defense was clearly in the neutral zone. And it will be against the defense. The Bulldogs getting penalized. So it's going to be third down and 2. So a shorter third down conversion here at the 38-yard line. South needs to get to the 40.5. Pass from Jackson. The quick hitter is a first down. A high percentage throw. The turnaround button hook thrown to Preston Boyes. He ran about 3 steps and turned around and caught it at his knees after a gain of about 5 yards on the wide side right. So high percentage throw completed by Jackson pretty simply. He hands it off up the middle, goes Sam Levine, and it's a Levine with like a 5-yard gain there on first down. It's going to be second down and 5. Right near midfield, ball on the south side of the field, barely 48-yard line. Second down and 5. Rolling out, Cody Jackson looking to pass, and he flicks one. Open is Fish on the far sideline. Eludes one tackler. He's down inside the 25 to the 21-yard line. Justin Fish with a great play by Cody Jackson. Again, he drew some would-be tacklers toward him on the rollout. And just settling into a seam, looked like on a zone, is Fish near the near sideline to Jackson, and he's able just to flick it to him. It looked like Lamar Jackson on that play with the flick on the run. Completion, first and 10. 21 of Bedford hit in the backfield and stacked up. Levine, no gain at the line of scrimmage. They're going to call it, ball's being spotted where it was before at the 22. Second and 10. Running very quickly with no huddle here. Running plays very quickly, I should say. And another infraction on the defense. It might be the Cody Jackson cadence, which we can't really quite hear up here, that's drawing the defense offside into the neutral zone. It is against the defense. They jumped. 2 players jumped at the same time. And it's going to be second down and 5. So even though first down run got stacked up, the good job with the hard count by Cody Jackson produces a 5-yard gain without even running a play. Second down and 5. 8:28 to go. South trailing 14-7. And the handoff to Fish on the end around. He gets maybe 2 or 3. Looks like he's out of bounds on the far side left, just short of the line to gain. The ball will be marked at the 14-yard line. He needs to get to about the 12 for the first down. It's going to be third and 2. Ball marked just inside the 15. He needs to get right to the 12-yard hash in order to get this first down. It could be 2-down territory for the Panthers as they try to tie this game up. With 8:20 to go in the first half, they trail 14-7. And Cody Jackson calling signals, hands it off up the middle, plowing forward for the first down inside the 9. I believe that's Sam Levine again. It is Levine. Good running in tough territory, right up the gut. And it is a Nashua South first down, and it is goal to go inside the 10-yard line. First and 10. Jackson fakes the handoff, rolls to his right. He's going to throw it. It is off the hands of Fish. There was tight coverage over the near side. It was a battle of the ones, uniformed ones. Justin Fish, the intended receiver, and Connor Sturgis. Tight coverage for Bedford. Step for step with him. I'll tell you what, though. Cody Jackson put it right on the hands of Fish. I don't know if Sturgis got a little bit of a fingertip on it to knock it away, but it did appear to make contact with Justin Fish's hands just on the goal line in front of the pylon. Very close to a passing touchdown there for Jackson, who looked really good again on that play. He's going to throw to the right. It is complete. Stopping inside the 10. Trying to do some dance inside the 5 and down. The tackle, the touchdown saving tackle was made by Alex Bissonnette. The outside linebacker just got there in time to stop the twisting and turning Colvin Levesque, who nearly juked his way into the end zone after a pass completion just inside the 10. He was tackled from behind by Bissonnette, just short of the goal line. It is goal to go, third down on the 2. And they need a touchdown, of course, to tie. Up the middle, Levine, he's close to the goal line, and he is not. He is in. There's the indication. Sam Levine, number 9, falls over the end zone line, and he scores the touchdown to make it a 1-point game again with the extra point to come. What a drive by Cody Jackson and this South offense. After the muffed punt reception led to an easy score for Bedford to take the lead, South did not get down on themselves. They answered with a great offensive display led by Jackson and finished off on that run by Levine on third and goal to go from the 2. So with 7:18 to go, the extra point is good. Tied 14-all in the second quarter in a game that's been every bit as advertised. A battle of the 2 and 3 ranked teams in New Hampshire in the Power Bowl. And Pinkerton is considered to be a better team going in. And wow, these two teams have really shown themselves to be New Hampshire Division I football powers, coming off of impressive opening week wins, both of them on the road. One in Malden against Malden Catholic for Nashua South, and then Merrimack beat down to the Tomahawks by Bedford. So it looked like it might be a slight Bedford advantage coming in based on the dual threat of Bennett Matthews and Brody Helton, looking unstoppable. But Cody Jackson has been tremendous tonight, and he's still got to get Joshua Tripp really into this offense. Joshua Tripp is a huge weapon, number 11, and they've yet to really utilize them and really haven't needed to, with Jackson and Levine and Fish factoring in the offense so far. But keep an eye on number 11 as the game goes along. Andover Wren is fielded at about the 12 by Bedford. They're going to go up the left hash mark. Cutting back to the middle is Connor Sturgis, and good return. He gets into the 30-yard line, first and 10. Flag comes down really late. It's in the middle of the field. I don't know if this is another personal foul against somebody. Ball would be first and 10 at the 30 with 7:11 to go, but now the officials are conferring at the 30-yard line. But what happened after the kick returner was tackled, well after he was tackled, conference on the field between the officials. Let's see, they're deciding who this is against. We don't know yet. It looks like it is against Bedford. Look at Bedford backing up. So they know that's going to be against them. Personal foul. Bulldogs, it's the third one of the game against Bedford. Wow, that's going to be a talking point for the Bedford coaching staff for sure, to avoid those kinds of penalties, especially against tough opponents like this. So that's going to back them up. It'll still be first and 10, but the ball will be at the 15-yard line instead of the 30. So more territory for Bennett Matthews and his Bedford offense to cover if they want to retake the lead by 7 points. It's been a seesaw battle. Bedford scoring first and South answering back and tying things up twice, 14-14. Bennett hits his man on the right side and just plowing forward, refusing to go down, just gronking it to the 40-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 25 yards for Bedford on the opening play of this drive. Number 3 on the reception, Jacoby DeJesus, very impressive for his size. Just ready to run after the catch and take some tacklers with him. Great balance to stay on his feet all that distance. Yards after catch, and welcome back Tom King to the booth on a game that's been every bit as advertised so far.
Yeah, penalties and turnovers, right? That's
well, not that part.
That's the difference in the game right
it
now.
It is, right?
You know, they've each traded it.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, South wasting a great defensive stop. The game's only punt.
Right.
And they flubbed the reception. There's the pitch, and there's Helton outside.
That was a forward pass, John.
It was a forward pass, shovel pass.
Yeah.
Yep, and Helton off to the races.
Yep.
Gets a healthy gain on first down. It's going to be 6 yards, 2nd and 4 from the 47 of Bedford. They've had no trouble moving the ball until that one defensive stop by South where they managed to tackle for loss, a rare play to stop Helton in the backfield. That was on the last 2 series ago.
Part of the reason Matthews is running so much is South secondary is covering the receivers very well.
Blanketing them. He's been tucking the ball under his arm regularly.
Exactly.
He fakes the pass. He hands it off to Helton, who's got close to the first down.
I think he's a little short by about a half a yard. Well,
yeah.
Let's see the spot.
Oh, they don't even.
They gave him the spot.
I know.
Wow.
They didn't even really.
That
was a lot closer than that.
Oh, sure
was. The quick
was.
wave, right?
Oh, it sure was.
I guess they just assumed they would have got it on the next play.
Well,
1st and 10, just over the midfield stripe. So it's at the South 49-yard line. Game's been the same story since the open. Bedford scores, South answers back. 14-14 with 5.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Well, if Bedford can drive here and chew up a lot of clock, they want to go in the locker room with the lead. They don't want South really to get the ball back with a lot of time left.
And they are capable of chewing all 5 minutes. We've seen it.
Oh.
Swing pass, hit as he catches it and driven to the turf.
Yeah, not the play for Matthews. What he should have done was keep the ball and turn it upfield. He had a wide open area.
Durso catches it, and
decision.
Colvin Levesque with the tackle.
Bad decision by Matthews.
Yeah, Levesque almost baited him to throwing it. He just waited till the receiver caught it and then drilled him. And it was a loss on the play of 2.
Loss of 2.
2nd and 12.
Yep.
Ball back on the Bedford side of the stripe at their 49-yard line.
Yeah, he had a lot of room on that right side and didn't take advantage of it. Instead, he threw the ball to a receiver who was covered. Had no way to get any yardage on that play if he had looked at that and made that decision.
South defense can smell a stop if they can come up with something here at 2nd down.
They
trap the receiver short of the 50 and bring him down. Gang tackle again by the Purple Panthers.
South's defense kind of flooded the line of scrimmage a little bit, thinking that was going to be the case, and almost as if they knew what call was coming.
Yes, Durso tackled at the 50, gain of only 1, 3rd down and 11. Huge play coming up here. There was even a defensive back in on that pile I saw.
Because with 3:56 left, you think that South gets the ball back, they're going to have a chance to march down the field.
Especially the way Cody Jackson has slung it in this first half.
South using 4 defensive backs out there, 4 in the secondary. And that's part of the problem that Bedford is dealing with. They only have 3 trips up top.
Let's see if Matthews throws it. He does. It's complete. No, it's incomplete.
He turned to try to run with it before he caught it.
Exactly is what happened, and it's an incomplete pass. And, of course, Bedford punted from further up the field than this before. Will they dare go for it
No,
on 4th and 11?
I think they'll
no,
punt
they
it.
will punt. The punting team is coming
I
on.
think they'll try to pin them deep, maybe even hope for another turnover on the punt. You never know. But
Two big defensive stops by South in this first half, Tom. That punt was muffed.
Well, those are defensive.
They probably shouldn't have touched it, right?
Those were yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
Those are defensive stops they weren't able to make last year. So we already have the answer to the question I asked you before the game. How far have they come? They've come a long way.
Punting from his own 40.
Weak
Booming
punt.
kick.
No, it's a weak one. It's kind of short.
It is.
It's going to roll, though.
Oh,
and
good
that's
design,
the thing.
though. Yeah. And
that's what he wanted. He wanted to pooch it.
It's at the 9 or just inside the 10.
When you're punting like that, you don't want it to you don't want to boom it into the end zone.
So, Tom, a name I haven't called a lot tonight, almost at all, except on defense, Joshua Tripp.
Right, no doubt
and
about it.
This is
he caught one pass down on that drive.
You need 90 yards in 3 minutes.
That's the guy.
Right? So the wide receiver, Joshua Tripp, such a weapon, number 11. We'll keep an eye on him. Jackson has been throwing with such pinpoint accuracy tonight.
And that's the change he's made. His passing is much better.
Yeah. Great article by Tom King today in the Telegraph. You got to check it out. Cody Jackson, all of the things that he did to get better as a football athlete and quarterback, including watching Madden for decision making. Exactly. He's got a kick out of that.
He said that to me.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, I loved talking with him. It only took the interview probably took about 15 minutes, but I got so much out of it.
He did. Rolling out, throwing on the run. It's over the hands of Justin Fish, the intended receiver. The battle of the ones tonight. Connor Sturgis on defensive back and Justin Fish are matched up. And that time it was Sturgis' pressure that caused Jackson to throw it over his receiver. Second down and 10.
My Bedford.
And you don't want to turn it over on 3 and out here.
Now South, the board says South has 3 timeouts. They don't. They don't. They took 2, I believe.
At least 2, I think.
Right.
Yep. Jackson calling signals on his own 5-yard line. He's immediately set upon. He is tackled at the 2. Sacked in the backfield. A blitz successfully run by the Bulldogs.
Close to a safety. Close to a safety. Oh, they down him at the 4. How is that possible?
A forward progress?
Right.
Wow. Yeah.
Forward progress. Wow.
Yeah, luckily for South, forward progress. So he's. Wow, it is still a long way to go.
The one thing that has remained is Cody Jackson has not been able to run the ball very much in this game.
One time the pass protection broke down right there. They contain the rush this time. They swing it out to Tripp. Tripp trying to make some yards after catches down inside the 10.
Room. You don't have any room to operate. If you want Tripp to catch the ball, you want him to catch it downfield.
Sure.
So now they will have to punt from their own end zone. 2:19 left. The board says Bedford's got 2 timeouts left. I know they called 1, so I'm going to go with it. And now the Bulldogs have a chance.
Yeah, they do. The Bulldogs have shown themselves not to be a long-range offense. They're kind of a grind it, but, they could break a big play.
Depends on who you're playing. If they're playing a subpar team, their guys are going to be open.
They're going to break some 40, 50 yards.
They're going to be open. They're not open tonight. That's why the game dictate what they do.
But 146, a lot of pressure on the punter here, Tom, to gain some yards back the other way.
Yeah.
Because Bedford could easily cover, if it's a muff punt.
And there's a timeout on the field. I don't know who took it.
Timeout on the field. That's Tom King. I'm John Collins. We have our A-team tonight. Tim O'Neill on camera upstairs. Katie Doyle on audio. Dylan Smith handling the replays back in the Nashua ETV studios. And executive producer Pete Johnson alongside. I'm John Collins. Glad to be heard also on WBNH Radio in Bedford, along with welcoming our BCTV Bedford viewers to our Nashua ETV telecast here at Stellos. A great opening night for Nashua South with a nice crowd on hand. North playing at Goffstown tonight, Tom.
Yes, North at Goffstown, a game that you should have seen Harrison Joshi run the ball as a quarterback for Nashua North last week. It was no score after 1.
No score after 1.
And they're pretty evenly matched.
Yeah. And BG opens at Stellos tomorrow night.
We'll be here for that one.
Home, yep. So
against Merrimack. Now BG's already played 1 game.
Right.
Ooh, that's a punt that's
going.
Let's see where that
bounces
goes.
at the 35 and forward just a few yards.
Yeah.
That's not that deep of a punt.
No.
But high school is usually the way it goes.
High school, you figure you'd like to get it out to beyond the 40,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
So now Bedford with a chance.
Yeah, their scoreboard says 2 timeouts left. I don't know if that's right either, but 1:33 to go in the first half. Bedford has scored 7-0. They led, then they led 14-7. Now they're threatening to go up by a touchdown before the end of the first
And the
half.
only reason they led 14-7 was because of a muff punt. You know, that was their
the fumble
that was
reception.
that was the gift. They've only really driven down the field for a score once.
That's right.
That is amazing from
It
what
is.
last year was like.
Yeah, credit to the South defense, but there's a lot of football left to be played tonight, of course. As Bennett Matthews rolls out and throws on the run. It's a quick hitter. It's complete. It's in. It's not out of bounds, though, right?
No.
They did. The clock is rolling.
Clock is
1:22
rolling,
to
yeah.
go. That was a gain of about 5. 2nd down and 5. Ball's at the 34 of Nashua. No huddle. Bennett Matthews to his right, rolling, looking to pass, and he fires one. It is incomplete.
Yeah.
Clock stops with 1:05 to go, or it should stop. Yep.
Threw it in traffic. Not a good decision again. You know
Yeah.
what? They've got this whole side of the field open. Use it. Use it.
Right. If
I
you're
always
Bedford,
say,
yeah.
I always say in football, it's real estate. Use the real estate
Yeah.
you got. You've got real estate on the side of the field where there's not a crowd.
Right. It's almost like they don't like to do that because maybe they need the quarterback to throw it too far.
Kills me when I'm a photographer and I see
Yeah.
him do that. I'm thinking it's coming my way, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
They're at the 34. I don't know
Yeah.
what they've got for a
It's
kicking game.
3rd down and 5.
and we're under a minute.
Ball's at the far hash. We are under a minute, 59.8 seconds. Bennett Matthews and a jump offside by South's defense.
Yep. Stops the play.
They don't do free plays in high school usually. They just blow it dead, even
Yep.
though it's a defensive offside. Bedford committed a few of those. This is the first one by the South defense.
Looks like it's going to be a neutral.
So in Goffstown, the Titans have struck first. They're up 7-0 in that one. That was a 7 o'clock start, trailing this one by a half hour. And so that actually moves the chains
That's a first down.
because they only needed 5 yards to
First
convert.
and 10 at the 30, but we've got, what do we got? 59.8 left. Didn't take
See if
any
they-
time off the clock.
They probably will try a run, though, on first down, see what they can get.
No, I don't think they will.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
let's-
strength of theirs.
Let's see. It hasn't
Maybe a
been tonight.
quarterback run. I would keep your eye on Matthews.
No, not running.
He throws to the left. He's
See,
got an
there
open
it is.
receiver to the wide side left. Dancing around inside the 10. Still on his feet. Touchdown. South not able to make the tackle. And it's a touchdown with 48 seconds left. Bedford, and the celebration, they draw a flag.
Yeah, that's not right. Why can't they celebrate like that? I mean, they just scored a touchdown with, less than a minute to play. I mean, come on. Unless somebody pushed somebody or anything like that. that's you don't need to do that. Unless someone said something.
That is a possibility. But yeah, I mean,
It'll go on the kickoff. I don't see why that has to. I mean, look, did you see anything, John? That was
no.
And
That's
I'm
why.
not trying. I'm neutral here. I don't care.
Right?
One way or the other. I'm being
course.
neutral. I mean,
Yep.
if a Bedford kid said something, fine, he should be penalized, and that may be it.
That may be it. But
we don't know.
otherwise,
But
that
otherwise, that celebration and the touchdown in the
Yeah,
final
it-
minute of a half, that
it
looked
was
pretty
really,
good.
nothing really.
But what did I tell you? Real estate,
Real estate
wide open on this side.
came to the left, and there was like.
And
really
who
nobody.
was that? I didn't even see the number.
That was De Jesus, right? Or Durso? Number 3. Jacoby De Jesus. Great play, great run after the catch for the touchdown. And now the extra point to come. Kickers have been spot on tonight. It's a 21-14 lead with 48 seconds to go in the first half. I don't know if Dylan has that touchdown queued up that we could replay it again. The failure of the tackling there on the left side was kind of concerning. There was about 2 players that
There weren't any players there,
for
John.
South when they caught
See
up to him
what
on the
Bedford's
5.
looking for.
When they caught up to him on the 5.
Right,
got him down.
exactly.
Yeah.
But it took a lot of momentum. The same with
Right.
Helton and same with Levine with his touchdown for South when he got through the hole.
Right. but it is a very little time left in the first half to try to convert with. Of course, you could go with the 15-yard unsportsmanlike.
What Pete Johnson needs is a recliner, because he's got 2 games on. He's got one on his phone, which I watch a lot of football on my phone in the pros, and he's got the laptop, and he's got his cookies. All he needs is a recliner, and he is all set for the night.
Yeah. Well, Tom, this is interesting. I mean, you look how much they backed them up here for this kick. I mean, the decent return, you could get this ball back to midfield.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah,
This half is not over.
No, with Cody Jackson's arm, anything could happen. And let's see who they have back to receive. I believe that's Tripp on the far side, and also it's Justin Fish back to receive deep. The up man, a few yards in front of them, is Ryan Jansen in case this kick is short.
So do they boom it or do they ground it? They're going to boom it.
They do. They hit a line drive right to Tripp, though, and he's on the run. At the 30, he's at the 35, cuts it to the middle. And up the middle.
If he had gotten away.
Another flag flies late.
If he had gotten away at the 42, he might have done it. It might have been a block. Maybe a bad block on South's part.
That's unfortunate.
You think? Well, I'm guessing. You think, right? Yeah. With special teams, the way they go, it's rarely on the team that's covering. Yeah, it's a hold.
It's a hold.
Yep. So it's going to be the spot of the foul. So it's not going to hurt him too much because it's at the 49 was where the foul was. So it should go back.
He's taking it back 10.
He's taking it back 10, more than I thought.
It hurts, yeah. Well, actually, it's not quite 10 from where he went down, but it's close. And
see, I thought the foul was way into Bedford territory, but I guess not.
Yeah, so it's a little farther to go. It's going to be a 64-yard drive if they can do it. Jackson pulls it down. He's going to get sacked in the backfield.
Yep.
Wrapping him up, having a great first half defensively is Alex Bissonette. Number 51 got in there and came up with the sack. It's a 6-yard loss on the opening play of this would-be last-second drive. They're going to let the clock roll. It's 20 seconds to go, and they're not stopping it. Swing pass, that's actually a running play. On the far side, number 9.
Looks like Levine, he gets out of bounds at the 40.
Levine is out of bounds. That stops the clock with 11 seconds to go. Maybe a chance to throw a deep pass to Tripp. Take a shot to the wide side right.
Well, let's see where you are. You're at the 38-yard line.
There he is, man. Just turn into a track meet down the sideline. Use his height. We saw Joshua Tripp in his junior season take some balls out of the air over the smaller defensive backs. I'd love to see him take a shot here.
He is.
Trying to set up, but though he can't get free.
He's got to hold on to the ball, and he does. Look at Cody Jackson. Smartly holds on to the ball.
Because that way it takes us down to no time left.
Right, so a sack, he loses 3 yards, and that'll do it for the half, 21-14.
21-14 is your halftime score here at Stello's in a battle of Division I West and New Hampshire Division I powers. South hosting Bedford. It should be a hugely exciting second half. John Collins, Tom King on Nashua TV and BCTV and WBNH Radio in Bedford. Come back with us after the halftime break.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Stello Stadium welcome to the Nashua South Marching Band. Nashua South Marching Band.
Welcome back to Stellos Stadium in Nashua, where we're getting set for the start of the second half of what has been a terrific high school football game so far. South hosting the Bedford Bulldogs. Bedford leads 21-14. They took the opening kick and they went down the field and scored the opening touchdown, and it's been a seesaw battle. Bedford ends up with the touchdown to close it out late in the second quarter to take the 21-14 lead, and South will be getting the ball to begin things in the third quarter. John Collins with Tom King, expecting another exciting half of football to match the one that we just saw.
Yeah, it was a good half of football, but mistakes, hurt. Mistakes hurt Nashua South.
A lot of mistakes.
Mistakes hurt Nashua South.
Personal fouls.
Mistakes hurt Bedford.
Yep.
Bedford probably thinks it should be, 21-7, and Nashua South probably thinks it should be 21-14 in their favor.
Yes.
And that's the way this game has gone.
Probably the most glaring mistake was after the first defensive stop and the first punt of this game.
Right.
South fumbled the reception of the punt on their own 10-yard line, and it led to an easy score by Bennett Matthews.
Yeah, Bennett Matthews 13 yards to the left side, right at the first play from scrimmage after that turnover.
Right.
And that's just a killer.
Yeah.
You cannot do that against
good
Bedford.
teams.
You cannot do that against Bedford. It didn't get anybody good. And that's a turnover. So 21-14. But South's got 111 yards total offense, but there's not much of it is Cody Jackson related in terms of running the football, and that's where
it's passing the football.
It's the passing the football, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So his passing has been good. I haven't finished all the stats yet. I think Levine and Sam Levine and Colvin Levesque are having. They're the weapons right now for Nashua South.
And, of course, Durso with 2 touchdowns in the first half for Bedford coming up big for them. He didn't have any touchdowns in that 6-touchdown game, the opener for Bedford at Merrimack, where it was the Bennett Matthews and Brody Helton show, and then they go to Durso a couple of times here, fighting his way over the goal line. Very impressive, the wideout.
When you flex your muscles 69 yards in 14 plays to start a half, that's that sets a tone.
Yeah, and of course South, this is a big possession here to start the third
South
quarter.
Answered it, right?
Yep.
They answered it with a 70-yard drive in only 6 or 7 plays. So you're thinking, okay, it's going to be a seesaw, and it was, but except when you throw in the mistakes, and that alters it. But Bedford played the field position game perfectly at the end of the half. A pooch punt, which I said, that's a weak punt. Well, it rolled all the way to the 10-yard line.
Like they kind of knew it would.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And South Bedford played defense against South's offense. South couldn't do anything.
Right, and they get that blitz sack.
And they get the ball back, and they use the play to the left side. Here we go.
The up man, it's going to be number 21 for South. Brian Jansen with the return. He gets across the 35, and it's a good field position for South to begin things in the third quarter, down by 7. John Collins along with Tom King, welcoming our BCTV viewers, Bedford Television, to our Nashua ETV telecast, and also our radio audience in Bedford on WBNH. We'll try to keep track of the clock and the down and distance as much as possible.
When we're doing TV, John and I, Bedford people are used to TV broadcasts, but John and I did games for WSMN in Nashua for years,
and of course
in the mid-90s.
And I can go back to a whole bunch of lettering back in New Hampshire, WTSN in Dover.
You did much more than I did.
Yeah, sure, on the radio.
Yep.
And started out at WVNH in Salem.
So 1st and 10 for South at the 37-yard line.
And Levine up the middle for about 4.
And that's who they're going with. They're going to make Levine and Colvin Levesque be their guys,
Yeah, trying to set up the pass with the run maybe.
Exactly.
Just a 3-yard gain. They don't give him that. He looked like he fell forward further than that, but it's 2nd down and 7. Ball at the South 40-yard line as they open the third quarter with possession of the ball. Again, Levine, he crashes into a wall of Bedford defenders just a step beyond the 40, only a 1-yard gain on that. And it's going to set up 3rd down and 6, so immediately the South offense will feel the pressure of needing to convert to avoid a 3 and out.
Now, if you're Bedford, what do you want to do here? You want to blitz Cody Jackson? You want to try to go after him?
I think so.
You know?
I think back to that blitz sack they had at the end of the first half, and it was almost too easy.
Yeah, I know it. Well, it was too easy because South had everybody downfield to try to limit the protection. Oh, see?
Quick hitter, a save,
got it,
first
I think.
down.
Looks it.
Pass completed to number 5, Colvin Lebec, who's had a great game so far on receiving for South. High percentage pass from Jackson, hit him right in the numbers.
That's big for South to
It
get
is,
that first
yeah.
down because they're content to march, right? They
Right.
don't care. They don't need the big play. They'll march
Right.
because it's less time that Bedford's got the ball and it tires out their defense.
Angling in for the yards they needed.
This is Jackson.
Keeper Jackson bounces off one tackler.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Been a while since we've seen him run the football.
Sure. 4 yards up the middle, 2nd down and 6. He gets the ball over the midfield stripe into Bedford territory. It's at the 49-yard line of the Bulldogs. 12-minute quarters in New Hampshire high school football. We played just about 2 minutes here of the third quarter as South on their opening drive trying to tie it up down 21-14. What has been a thrilling game so far. Quick hitter outside. Justin Fish has it. Stiff arm, falls forward, first down. Gained more than the 6 yards needed, about an 8-yard gain on the play. He's down at the 42-yard line of Bedford, 1st and 10.
And South with the quick hits. They're not going for the big plays because they know that Jackson may not have the time. So they're going with the quick hitter, and it's working. It makes the defense tired, and they're going with a no huddle. And that's working.
Good point, Tom. You know, we were talking in the halftime break about cramps, and hopefully nobody gets one right now because that would stop the momentum they've got going. There's the handoff to Levine. He crashes over the right side for a very short gain. The Bedford line doing a good job there.
Maybe a yard, but he doesn't go down.
Right.
I don't think I've seen Levine go down too many times in this game tonight.
Yeah, Camden Santos was trying to get him down. It was 0 for Bedford, but Levine stayed on his feet, but stopped.
I don't think no
Santos,
gain on the play. It's
yeah.
going to be 2nd and 10 from the 42-yard line of Bedford.
Right, nothing there. Santos with the stop, and let's see, you've got to expect Jackson's going to go to the air here. And the split, here comes the blitz, the outside blitz. He's running for his life to the right side. He outruns everybody. He's to the sideline, and he can't get away from Bissonette. Number 51, Alex Bissonette.
Couldn't get away from the sticks either, or right in his way when he went out of bounds.
Yeah, it was a very hazardous
situation.
Run.
It's a good run by Jackson.
Just to get back. Oh, he got. Actually, it's going to be a sack for Bissonette.
Wow, all that running, it looked like he was going to gain
sure did.
yardage,
You mentioned the sticks. How do you hit the sticks and you got a 2-yard loss?
No kidding, I know it.
Well,
wow.
Anyway, it's 3rd down and 12 at the 44-yard line. And there was apparently nobody open down the field, or he just didn't have the time to set up.
Look for Tripp.
Straight drop. He's got time. He's throwing deep down the right side. He's got Tripp. It's knocked down by the number 21 of Bedford, Brody Helton, playing 2 ways, the senior running back.
Tripp ran a country mile. He was down. They had 2 receivers down to the bottom of your screen for TV viewers. On the left side, for those of you listening on radio, and Tripp ran down about 15 yards and then cut over.
Yeah.
And Bedford stayed with him.
You know, sometimes we say Tripp's right for 3 receivers split out. That was Tripp's triple teamed.
Right.
He had 3 defenders around him, and the speedy Helton was able to track down the pass and knock it to the turf. It was right on target again from Jackson, but it was Helton with the great play. And he's back to receive this punt, number 21 for Bedford.
They eat up clock, 8 plays, 8:55. You're going to hold the ball that long, you want to come away with points.
That's a kind of a
going to have to be
shank
let go.
Off to the right.
Yeah,
good bounce though for South. Oh, tremendous roll and bounce.
Look at that. It rolls all the way down to the 12-yard line. It probably
just like Preston Boys meant it.
It probably traveled about 20 in the air, and that was it.
Yeah. And it turns into like almost a Tom King coffin corner.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. The lost start.
The lost start of the coffin corner. Look it up. Our younger audience doesn't even know what that means.
So,
Ray Guy, coffin corner. Hall of Fame punter Ray Guy set the standard. So it's a long field to go for Bedford, but they are capable. They are a lethal offense. South's been able to stop them a couple of times tonight, but it's been difficult because of Bennett Matthews, the quarterback, and this running back. Helton nearly broke it. He's tackled after about a 15-yard gain.
That's the one thing I would say that Bedford needs to do in the second half is get him going.
Yeah. Brody Helton up the middle for about 15 yards, moves the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 Bedford as the safeties might have been tripping on the tackle at safety. Ball spotted at the 27-yard line of Bedford.
15-yard gain for Helton. That's what he did. He chewed up South last year. That's not the case this year.
Yeah, he got through the defensive line in an eye blink, and then he was just in open field.
Yeah, it was
almost.
a blocking scheme that helped him.
There's Helton again, twisting and turning, a short gain this time of 3 yards. He gets to the 30 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and 7. I think that was Helton. It might have been number 3, actually.
Was it?
Could have been De Jesus. So he got up off the bottom of the pile, number 3, but let's see. He's wide to the right now.
They did go with Helton.
Yeah, you would think so. Helton is in the backfield with another running back and Bennett Matthews, their quarterback, who's been tucking it under his arm a lot on pass plays. Let's see what happens here rather than throw it into coverage.
He tucks it under his arm on a run play.
Oh, look at Matthews dance through everybody. He's into the secondary before he's finally dragged down by Raymond Karuru.
That's where your linebackers have to stay home for if you're Nashua South. You've got to know they went with the fake to the running back, and the running back started to go to the right, and Matthews kept the ball in on a quarterback draw and ran it right up the middle. He's at the 44.
Yeah, so 1st and 10 for Bedford at their own 14-yard gain after the 15-yard gain by Helton. It's the dual threat once again, just running the ball and showing off those jukes and the foot speed.
7:08 left to play here in the 3rd quarter.
In the shotgun, Bennett Matthews.
Just tuning in Bedford.
Hands it off to Helton. And Helton breaks a tackle. He's still going, and he's tackled for about a 7-yard gain, making an 8-yard gain. They're going to mark it at the 48 of Nashua.
And you know what? This is the thing. South secondary, so experienced, so good. The Bulldogs aren't trying to throw the football because they know that it's not going to be easy to do.
They're exploiting the defensive line, though. They're not getting stopped at the line of scrimmage by any stretch. They're just roaming into the linebacker secondary area on every carry.
2nd and 2, just shy of the 48 of Nashua South for Bedford.
Bennett Matthews receives the snap. He passes it to Helton, swings it out to the right. Helton still on his feet.
Down.
Stiff-armed his own player. Now he makes it to the safety area in the middle of the field.
That was a riot. That was a riot. He stiff-armed his own player.
So
get out of my way. I'm coming.
He gets tackled at the South 33-yard line. He started the play at the 48. So that's
so John, you wonder.
Gain about 19 yards.
You
on
wonder
that play.
if he didn't have the stiff arm, what he might have done.
I know. His own teammate was in his way, and so Brody Helton is a force out there, especially when he operates in space like that.
This is what happens now.
As we look right down the line of scrimmage on Nashua TV, and Tim O'Neill, our cameraman up top with the view. There's a run by number 6 for a 1st down yardage. Bryson Durso getting in on the runs.
Who has that touchdown reception.
Wow.
2 of them.
And he gets 9.5. 2nd down and less than a yard for the Bulldogs with their first possession of the second half going very well. After a good punt by South, they started with the long
6 plays,
field.
John.
6 plays to this point. 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Bedford trying to go up by 2 scores if they complete on this drive. They convert. The keeper by Bennett Matthews. He's hit in the backfield. He's struggling free and get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe.
The good news is Matthews didn't break one. The bad news is he got the 1st down if you're Nashua South. If you're looking at it from the Nashua South standpoint.
He willed his way for at least a yard, maybe 2.
Yeah, he spun. Oh, he got more than that, John.
Oh, he did.
Let's see. He was at the 20. Well, he was shy of the 23. You're right. He got 2 yards. Yep.
2 yards, but good enough for the 1st down, as Tom said. So it's 1st and 10, ball at the 21 of Nashua.
The dogs are barking. They're at the 21.
seemingly like just can't get a stop for the South defense, especially the defensive line. That was a nice hit, the line of scrimmage, but as Tom said, the bad news is he only needed a yard or two, and he got it. So let's see what they keep it on the ground. Bedford. Bennett Matthews gets the snap. He's going to hand it off to Helton with some blockers left side. He's got a big chunk again, and he wrestles his way toward the line to gain. His helmet came off on the far sideline. I think he has to sit out a play.
If it came out on the sideline, does he? Yeah, he does. He's looking like he's not coming in. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
Well, that's a break for a play. I guess we get to key on Bennett Matthews now, huh?
Well, the thing with Brody,
Durso's got
the thing that I noticed with Brody Helton, because last year he had all this space, he was running all over the place. Tonight, the space isn't there. What's he doing?
So here's what I'm looking for in this play, Tom.
What's Brody Helton doing? He's breaking tackles. That's what he's doing.
Consistently breaking tackles.
So what are you looking for, John?
I am looking for the quick hitter on the wide side to their receiver, Durso. They ran it to good effect in the first half.
Well, where is he? Let's see. We're looking at him.
I think he's in the slot right there.
He's at the 15-yard line.
Okay. No, he's in the backfield.
He's in the backfield.
He's the running back. Okay.
Because
Helton was out.
Had to come out.
Helton coming back in for third down.
He's carried the ball. He already carried the ball earlier for 9 yards on this drive. So he'll carry the football.
So it's third and less than a yard, Tom. The only way you're going to stop Bedford here is if you get somebody in the backfield immediately, because Helton and or Bennett Matthews have been really tough to stop on these short yardage situations. 3:08 to go, third quarter. Bedford leads by a touchdown, 21-14. They're threatening to go up by 2 scores as they've got third and about the length of a football for a first down at the Nashua South 12-yard line. Bennett Matthews in the shotgun again. Takes the snap, keeps it, trying to go up the middle. He's hit near the line of scrimmage. And he went down.
Lost yardage. Now, let me tell you something.
Oh, it's close.
Let me tell you something. I have had this is one of my pet peeves, John. You know I have a lot of pet peeves, John, when it comes to high school sports. Right? Yeah. One of them is
half a yard.
They don't do it in high school. Line up over center. They just punch forward. Line up over center.
Yeah, goal line defense.
Line up over center. No, I'm talking about the quarterback. Line up over center.
Oh, yeah.
Line up over center.
Oh, yeah.
What are you starting 3-4 yards down the line?
It's quarterback sneak territory.
Yes, come on. They don't allow the tush push at this
level.
No,
you're right about that.
It looks like that's what you got to do.
Looks like Bedford doesn't even have that in the playbook.
Nobody does in high school. No one does it.
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
How about that?
No one does it.
Nobody. Not BG, nobody. So Jason Roby's going around talking about all there was a moment of silence, as you heard, Tom, before the game. That was for
Phil McCarthy.
Phil McCarthy.
And we saw every night this summer.
We did.
We were at Holman State when we were at
apparently
Holman
he was a 12-year Silver Knights season ticket holder, as Tom
sit
knows.
With Bill Macaravich from Alvern
Billy
all
Mack.
the time. With Billy Mack, he would sit with the Hall of Fame, the NHIAA Hall of Famer, and
Phil volunteered and helped coach many youth sports. He was a respected football, baseball, softball official, umpire, referee.
And he was reffing at Goffstown youth football when this happened.
President of Milford.
All right.
Away.
4th and 1.
Yeah, 4th and
at the 12.
Half a yard at the 12. And it is a shotgun snap, and he makes it. He hits beyond the line of scrimmage. It turns into a blocking drill.
And I'll tell you what, credit South a little bit there because when Matthews took off, he thought he had a clear path to the end zone, and they just popped him. Right. So he got inside the 10, but he didn't get much. So.
And then we have our first player down.
Good for a Bedford first down. There's an official timeout on the field, injury timeout.
And this is where we actually root for a cramp when players go down at this level, at this time of the game.
And they are looking at the legs.
Yeah.
So let's see.
We'll see.
But that doesn't look like the cramp. When they have the leg in the air.
Yeah, immediately it doesn't look like that.
Yeah, that
we'll have to wait and see.
Yep.
2:08 to go in the third quarter. 21-14. Bedford has the lead. They have a first down. It's first and Goal to go at the 9-yard line. A Bedford player was down, but he's quickly back up on his feet.
That's good. Let's see.
Favoring that left leg, number 25.
All right.
And that is 25 not listed, or is it 29?
Looks like a 9, John.
No, it is 25.
Is it 25?
Yeah, it's 25. We don't have it on the roster. So hopefully the player will be all right. It's sort of like he's trying to walk off a cramp, but we'll know for sure if he comes back in the game. So goal to go from the 9. It's been so tough to stop Bedford when they get down the field momentum like this. They seem to have so many great plays in the playbook and great players to execute them, namely Brody Helton at running back and Bennett Matthews at quarterback, who just don't go down on the first hit. Bouncing off would-be tacklers, breaking tackles, second and third effort plays.
Well, the way this quarter has gone, the two teams each have a possession, and that's it.
Yeah.
This is Bedford's only possession of the quarter with 1:48 left.
Handoff to Durso,
He's
spinning into the end zone.
Fun, yep.
What a game for Bryson Durso, his third touchdown of this contest, and he puts Bedford up top by 2 scores, 27-14, with the extra point to follow.
Wow.
On the replay.
Well, let's see. I can't see it, so.
Actually, no, we don't have it.
We don't have it yet?
Not yet. But it's a commanding lead at this point in the game, especially because Bedford doesn't seem to, they don't go 3 and out. They take up all kinds of time with every possession, which makes it that much more difficult to come back on them.
Penalty on the Bulldogs.
Unsportsmanlike. Was it on the celebration again?
Yeah, and I guess they're not allowing celebrations. What, did this become the NFL all of a sudden? The NFL may even allow celebrations.
You're going to have to make the inquiry on that, Tom, because
I'll find out.
It seems to be more than we saw last year.
I'll have to ask Jeff Kleiner what the deal is.
Yeah.
It's not right. There's no reason for that. It's not.
Unless there's taunting, like you said, that we can't hear. So setting up for the extra point kick.
Right, yep.
Holder is Dylan Belair, and the kicker for Bedford is Elijah Todd. He's been perfect so far tonight. On 3 previous extra points. This will be number 4. 3 touchdowns for Bryson Durso and 1 on a quarterback keeper by Bennett Matthews, and 4 extra points now. Kick through the uprights by Elijah Todd makes it a 28-14 Bedford lead. Game 2 of the season, both of these teams opened up with first week victories on the road. It was Bedford at Merrimack. And
Bedford beat Merrimack 48-20, and South beat Malden Catholic 36-25, but the only difference is Malden Catholic's game doesn't count still.
Right. Hey, but the BG road game in week 1.
Pathfinder.
I had to look up where you were writing about
Palmer, Mass.
Palmer Vocational.
Yeah, I said
Pathfinder
Voctech.
Pathfinder.
So I said to Anthony Nalen, I said, I hope the food service on the flight home is good. And that's exactly what he did.
He wishes there was a flight, right? It was a long haul, yeah.
Yep.
But they came away victorious in that game. Very impressive 35-8 win for the Cardinals, who will open their home opener tomorrow night, 6 o'clock here at Stello's against Merrimack.
And they're really their season opener for games that count.
Sure,
That's it.
Right.
I just get, it's an odd number of teams, which is why that
7 teams
is.
in Division I West. Yeah,
it's an odd number. It's an odd number of teams in the league. So
in the league,
it's why.
Right.
So,
we'll have to get another update from North at Goffstown. They started at 7 o'clock, half hour after us, and so obviously they're past halftime there by now, probably. But they had a 7-0 lead. The Titans did.
14-0. They had a
14-0 lead. Yep.
Pete will find out for us.
All right. I'll talk about the player of the week, though. Week 1 was in Souhegan, right? Ryland Raudalanis.
Ryland Raudalanis.
Raudalanis, thank you.
Raudalanis, yep.
Yep. There's a low ground ball kick. Is that going to go out of bounds? No, it stays inbounds. Justin Fish has it.
Nice play.
Fish with a nice field of the ground ball at shortstop. He gets it out to the 46, first and 10.
So the celebration penalties.
Yeah.
All right. I blame the officials because I just don't think they should be calling it. Right.
Right.
That's neither here nor there.
But what was their instruction?
That's just it. If you're Zach Matthews, you got to make sure they don't do it. You know, you got to. Look, guys,
Coach
you want to
Matthews,
celebrate?
Yeah. Here's the new rule.
Did you see South celebrate after their touchdowns?
Minimal.
If that, I mean, I look because I shoot those for photos. If Team A wins, I use that one. If Team B wins, I use theirs. If it's if it makes sense.
So it was muted.
So
Very muted.
South knew.
Oh.
You could tell South knew the way they went.
Who came up with that rule?
I have no clue.
First and 10, Nashua South from the
Unless you're like trying to dunk over the crossbar.
And it's sports wide.
Oh, wow.
And I'll tell you how I know that in a second, or how I feel about how I think that's the case in a second.
So a must convert possession for South there. Tripp was face masked. Two
penalty,
flags
yep.
fly in.
Yep.
He was hit in the head as he tried to receive it. Pleading his case, number 6 for Bedford, Bryson Durso on the coverage, who's had such a great night offensively. Didn't think he deserved the penalty there, but it was a hit to the head and face mask.
Let's see. There's a lot here they got to sort out.
Yeah.
Personal foul, face mask. That's all they're going to do is the face mask.
Right. It was a tug on the way by.
So if that's a personal foul,
Yeah.
excuse me, that's 15 yards from the spot of the foul, which is the 35 is where the flag sits. So South going to have a first and 10 on the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
1:33 to play. Yeah. Everybody on radio, listening on radio, it's 1:33 left, third quarter. 28-14 in favor. Oh, it's actually at the 47.
47 from the spot foul. Okay. So bonus a break there for South on this must-make drive. Throw back to the left is Justin Fish on the wide receiver screen. Gets away from people. He gets tackled from behind by Bissonette, who's had a great game at linebacker for Bedford, but not before Fish gets the first down, right? Oh, 1 yard, half a yard short, maybe. 1 yard short. 9-yard gain after all that. Thanks to Bissonette's hustle. And so dropping back to pass. Jackson's got time.
He's
going to
looking for
roll
Tripp.
to the left, near side, down the sideline, coming back for the ball is Fish. It's complete.
Wow, I thought he caught it out of bounds. I don't know.
He went to the turf on his knees, just inside the sideline.
Was that Levine or was that?
It was Fish.
Fish. Wow.
Great heads-up play coming back to the football.
Who has become a favorite receiver when Tripp isn't open.
Yeah.
But he was looking for Tripp.
He did his Amon Ra imitation right there. That was a great catch, great play by both Jackson and Fish to make something out of that.
31 seconds left to play in the quarter. The ball at the 30-yard line of Bedford.
Jackson, quick hit to the right, complete. Colvin Levesque dances around a tackler, but he's driven down after a gain of 2. Enough for the first down. On 2.5 yard, he got 2 yards. And
that was the first down, John.
Oh, that
they
was
got
the
first
down.
at the 30. Yep.
They got it on the Fish catch.
Right.
Yes, sorry. Crossed myself up there. 3 seconds. Are they going to get the playoff here in the third quarter? No. Flag comes in. What's that about? Somebody move? Oh, you got some movement with half a second to go, so we will have a play in the third quarter, but unfortunately for South, it'll be second down and about 14.
Right, half can't end on an offensive penalty. A quarter can't end on an offensive penalty, right?
All right.
No time left on the clock, so.
I would think you calling a penalty, it has to be with time left. Offside, right. There has to be at least a second left.
Right.
Because if the time's expired and you call a penalty, then it wouldn't be a penalty.
They're going to move him down.
An untimed down is what our
Yep.
public address announcer is suggesting.
No, it's not going to be an untimed down. Look at the South players. They're all marching down the field.
I don't see how you can.
They're not doing that. He's marching down. They're marching down the field. They're going to start the quarter.
Right. I don't see how you call a penalty on a live play.
Well, it was a procedure
quarter
call.
ends.
It was a legal procedure call.
Right.
Right, the clock was still running.
Okay.
So
doesn't the clock stop immediately on the penalty?
Salem leads Alvern 35-0. Yeah, it's a tough one.
Alvern's a tough start to the season.
It's going to be a tough season.
Tough
for Alvern.
season in Division
I went
I.
and talked with Justin Huff before the season started when I did the.
Yeah.
We had a 24-page special section.
Right.
Came out Labor Day weekend, and when I interviewed him, he said, "We don't have Division I numbers." And he said there was a reason that Matt Lee left, and the reason was he knew the cupboard was bare and the numbers weren't very good.
Yeah.
So.
And we're seeing it on the scoreboard, unfortunately, for the Broncos at Salem. So the quarter did end on an offensive penalty, a legal procedure call somehow. And we're going to go 1st and 14 from the Bedford 34. Rolling out, keeping it. Jackson is to the 25. He took a savage hit when he was in the grasp of the initial tackler. Santos had him wrapped up, and it looked like Harshil Puvati came in to finish him off there, number 16 over the top.
Pick up there, that'll bring up a 3rd down.
So it was a gain of about 9 there for Jackson. He gets it to the 25-yard line, 3rd down and 5. Just underway into the 4th quarter of play. South down by two scores.
No!
Jackson squirts 3.
Nope.
And gets hit.
He took
and a
big
flag.
Hit. Maybe because
Brody Helton's going to get called for another personal foul, a hit to the head.
Yep, he is.
Of a helpless runner at that point who was wrapped up. And it's going to be targeting, and there's going to be a discussion about an ejection.
Ooh, that would be a big,
huge
loss.
call, Tom.
And it might be another suspension.
I think they're just going to go. Obviously, they wouldn't make that kind of a call quickly. So.
Nope.
Low to the head against Bedford.
Against the Bulldogs.
Let's see if Helton stays on the field.
I'd like to see that play again.
Yeah, he's still out there. They're not going to throw him out.
That was a heavy hit with his shoulder to the head.
Yeah.
It wasn't helmet to helmet. But that penalty, another personal foul, but that's like the 4th one for Bedford.
At least, Tom, I feel like it's 5 or 6 at this point.
Yeah,
they've been happening every series, offensive series for the Panthers. So
1st and 10, the ball is just inside the 15. 11-19 to play in the game. 28-14 in favor of Bedford.
South with a great chance here to cut it to a 1-score game as Cody Jackson calls signals. 1st and 10 at the 15 of Bedford. He keeps it off right tackle. Inside the 10 goes Cody Jackson on the quarterback keeper for a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4 from the 9. Cody Jackson, great decision making at quarterback, on display, something that he worked on the offseason along with his speed and his strength and leadership. Just a tremendous start to the season for Cody Jackson, trying to do the seeming impossible and come back 2 scores down on Bedford.
Whoa.
He stiff arms a few people. He's tackled for a huge loss, a sack on the play.
That is a big loss, back to the 24-yard line.
Braden Calkins leading the charge for Bedford with this huge sack.
That is a 15-yard
loss. And so it'll be
3rd and 20.
3rd and a mile.
20.
3rd and 20. Just to get a 1st down inside the 5. So this has got to be some pass and some pass protection for Jackson if they're going to get the ball. They have 3 receivers to the left, including their most dangerous Josh Tripp, number 11. And he immediately looks to his left.
No
looking
rush
to
for
pass.
Bedford.
He's running it. He throws
He's
it
got him
wide
wide
open. Complete touchdown.
Wow.
So Cody Jackson draws a defender, throws it to the wide open receiver in the corner.
Colvin.
Again, a muted reception. Colvin Levesque on the reception. And you can see no celebration at all.
None.
And South trying not to get penalized.
None.
What's going on? What are the officials hanging around for?
Don't know.
Why is it not
They're not moving it.
a flag on the
I
play?
didn't see one.
Did he throw beyond the line of scrimmage?
I didn't see one. Yep, he must have.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
So a touchdown off the board.
Yeah, it might have even been a legal lineman downfield, too, on top of it. But, yeah, so that's a tremendous play by Jackson. A race because he went over the line of scrimmage
But
to throw it.
Bedford didn't rush anyone. Defensively, they didn't rush anyone.
I thought they did, but he ran through
They
it.
had only two guys.
Yeah.
It was minimal.
Yeah, they
Surprise.
dropped back
They
so
have
many.
Yeah, they have only a three-man
Yeah.
front.
And so now it's even further for
See?
Jackson. He's going to throw it to Tripp. Jump ball. He catches it.
No, dropped it.
It looked like he was going to catch
You
the
would think
rebound.
any ball in the air popped up that Tripp would be able to grab.
Yeah, he
the
kinda
basketball player that he is.
He kind of short-armed it when it came down, and it goes incomplete. So South's probably going to – are they going to try to –
that was fourth down.
oh, that
I
was
believe that was
fourth
fourth
down.
down,
Yes,
yep.
it was. Pardon me.
Yeah.
But, yeah, after all the antics on third down there, throwing it over the line of scrimmage for an apparent touchdown. It was fourth down. It comes up short. Even if Tripp caught that, it looked like he was going to be tackled by Bennett Matthews, who's a quarterback.
But where
playing
was he
safety.
going to be tackled? It looked
Just
like he
1
might
yard
have
short. Of
of,
the,
yeah. You know,
it was close.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
So now
Oh, Bedford can just salt this game away with
And-
9:49 to go, up by 2 scores.
this should be student body right, student body left with
Yeah.
9:49 to
Yeah.
play. If you're Bedford, you don't want to risk it against the
Yeah.
South secondary. If you're South, blitz the heck out of Matthews, see if you can get him behind the line of scrimmage.
Right.
Oh, they do pass.
Right.
Oh,
And
my
they
goodness.
passed. They surprised everybody,
No
and it's a
kidding.
first down for Durso, who's had a monster
Oh,
game.
he has been everything
Yeah,
that, who knew? You figure Matthews and help. Look at Durso.
yeah. They've just been throwing it to him all night. Got about 14, 15 yards on that. At the 42-yard line at Bedford, so they get away from their own goal line and on the move.
Gain of 14.
9:40 to go
That was
in the
that was
football
a
game.
professional type play.
Yeah, with the going to the pass play when everybody would have bet run.
They are on the right hash mark, top of your screen if you're watching on TV. So there's a lot of real
Yeah.
estate towards us, towards the press box.
Right, there's the handoff
And
to
that's
Helton.
where he's going.
Off left tackle, he's got some room down the sideline. It's a foot race to the sideline, trying to stay in bounds. He gets knocked out of bounds at the
What did I tell you?
27-yard
Where
line.
was the real estate?
Yep,
Right? Where was it?
wide side.
Wide side
Yeah.
towards us. And that's
Especially
where,
with that kind of speed that
and that's
Helton
where
showed
Helton
off right
went.
there.
Yep.
Huge gainer, and it's well into Nashua territory, 1st and 10. Ball is at the south 32-yard line, yes. How many yards was that, Tom?
26.
26-yard run jaunt by Brody Helton.
And you know what? He didn't try to cut it upfield. If he cut it upfield, he might have had more. He ran to the edge all the way.
He did. So it's on the near hash mark to us now on the left side of the field. As Bennett Matthews calls signals, he's going to fake the handoff to Helton, throwing it over the middle, complete at the 5. He's knocked to the turf after a gain of about 25 yards down to the 8-yard line. What a pass play as they continue to throw it. You would think they would just run it, but pass complete to Zane Beskar, his first catch of the game, and what a target he is at 6'4" and 215 pounds. He was open middle seam and hitting him in stride.
Wow, that was
Bennett Matthews.
a perfect play with play action.
Yeah.
You rarely see it.
Fake the handoff to Helton.
Take the
frees
hand up to
everybody.
Helton, freezes everybody, and
Yeah.
in stride. There was a lot of traffic. South's playing 4 deep. A lot of traffic, but It was on the money.
Bedford looking to add to. He drops it. It's on the turf, and South gets it back.
Yes, how about that? Wow.
What a play. Tom, I was about to say, I promise you, I was about to say there's only been one turnover in this game. That was South turning over a fumbled reception of a punt, and they needed a turnover, and they get it. Number 42 recovering after the hit. It was Raymond Karuru,
who's been a big player for them over the years.
Yeah, who comes up with the big turnover. And just when you thought that Bedford was definitely going to put this game away, go up by 3 scores.
Unbelievable.
Helton puts it on the turf.
Yep.
Shades of Derrick Henry fumbling on Sunday night. The guy you think is never going to make a mistake. Rolling out, Jackson's going to sling it. Joshua Tripp with the reception to the 23-yard line for a first down for South. A gain of about, let's see, about 13 yards or so. First and 10. There are 8:20 to go, 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in this game, and South needs to make up 2 touchdowns.
Was that Levine on the carry? No,
that was
Josh
Tripp receiving the
right.
catch, yeah. Long throw, and it is off the hands of Levesque. What a pass by Cody Jackson. Levesque had it located. He had his head turned the wrong way. When he turned around the other way, the ball was right there in his hands. Cody Jackson has been tremendously impressive with his pinpoint throwing all night. Another example there, and his receiver just got kind of surprised by how that just got on him and got in his hands and out. So it's an incomplete pass. Second down and 10.
You're going to run it.
They are running it, and there's not much there. Bedford not fooled, and a tackle after a very modest gain of 4 on the second down carry. It's going to be third down and 6. Ball is at the South 27-yard line with now 7:50 to go, clock rolling. South needing to get down the field quickly, getting another stop or turnover to try to tie this thing up. But
it's
first thing
third
first.
And 7. Third and 7.
Yeah, third and 7.
26-yard line.
Jackson looking to his left immediately. Nobody's there. He comes to the
time.
right, running. Flag in the backfield. And lays a heavy hit for a first down yardage at the sideline.
He got a first down, but
flag behind the play.
Looks like a hold.
And that's what it is. That's going to bring back that fine run by Jackson.
What do we tell you,
down.
John? High school football, what are the 2 words you don't really want to say? Penalties and turnovers.
Yeah. And we've said it a few times here in this fourth quarter already. That's going to move South back instead of first and 10. Outside the 30, they will be inside.
All the way back to the 15. You lose 12 on that play.
Yeah, so now it's tough territory.
Now it's third and 20 from the 15-yard line.
South's going to take a timeout to talk about this.
Yeah, and if I'm looking at, if I'm Bedford, I say, okay, where's Josh Tripp? Where's Justin Fish? Those 2, I want to make sure I blanket them.
Scoreboard, I believe, is wrong, Tom. It says 4th down on the field. It says 3rd down.
Go with the third down.
Yeah, 3rd down and 17 to go.
Go with what the sticks say.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's a long 17. Cody Jackson is capable. We've seen him throw the ball really well.
And the only
down
reason
the field
it's not 4th down is because of the penalty.
Right. And erases that 3rd down play and rewinds it. So 3rd and 17, Jackson was going to be expected to throw this ball. You can expect that Josh Tripp might draw another double team and or triple team. Tall, speedy receiver, senior number 11 for South. Will they go to Levesque again down the field? And Jackson in the backfield. He's got.
Where's Josh Tripp? He is on the top of your screen.
Yep.
At the 15-yard line.
They're looking to him immediately.
Yep. And there's no
trying to buy some time, and now he's going to run it.
And now the safety will come up, and they'll make a tackle on Jackson around.
So Jackson he makes it a 4th down and a makeable 7.
He got out to the 27-yard line, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He got to they're going to give him the 26.
So he got 11 yards.
Right.
So now it's 4th and 9. You got to go for it, I
Yeah.
think, if you're South, don't you? Or do you?
Yeah, definitely you got to go. 4th and 7.
Doesn't look it.
They're not. They're
They're not
taking
going
Tripp off
for
the
it.
field. They're taking them off the field.
Yep, everybody's
This
coming
is,
out to punt.
I know it's not maybe a high percentage, but you would think, Tom, down 2 scores, you got to go
It's like
for
the
it.
Vrabel call last week, right?
Yeah, I don't
Sunday.
think you give this ball back to the Bedford offense again.
I don't think so either. You have to
Yeah.
hope that Helton does what he did the other time and fumble it. You got to let the punt go.
And it goes out of bounds.
And it is kicked out to midfield. The ball is out of bounds for those on radio. Listen on radio to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, so you gained a total of 25, 26 yards with that punt instead of going for it. Chance to keep the drive alive. 7:09 to go. Bedford tried to throw the ball a lot on that last drive. They didn't take a heck of a lot of time.
Here's what you're
off the
looking
clock.
at. You're thinking as a coach, maybe 3 and out.
Yeah.
And then, that make them kick it, and we get the ball back with about 4 minutes left, maybe 5, and we still have time to do something down the field. That's what you're thinking. It's a razor. It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
And I think that they felt, you're right. It was a makeable. It was 4th and 9. I agree with you, John. I think nothing to lose. It's second year of the year, nothing to lose, except you start the year off 0-1.
I know. I remember the Ravens gave the ball back to Josh Allen late in the 4th quarter of the Sunday night game. They had 4th and 2, and they punted it, and Josh Allen just made them pay. So Bennett Matthews has the ball now, and the expectation for the South defense is they got to come up with a stop immediately. Hasn't happened too much tonight on this Bedford offense. The handoff to Helton. He's up the middle for a huge chunk. He's at the 45-yard line.
That's the danger now is they'll just go. They will just run the ball now.
And now it's like Helton has fumbled in this game. They didn't expect that. Recovered by Karuru.
And he fumbled in the backfield too.
Yeah,
really
and so they're giving him the ball right now because what is not going to happen to Brody Helton again is to cough it up again. We'll see.
Ball's at the 45 of Nashua South. 6:37 left to play in the game.
2nd and 4. So there's coming out to the outside. Durso.
Yeah, I don't want to run that way.
Around,
Why are you
out
running?
of bounds.
Why are you running that way?
A flag down
they threw him
south.
out. They threw him down out of bounds. Personal foul.
Yeah, it's gonna be on Bruno Gonsalves, who just a little bit too much on the out of bounds here.
Yep. Personal foul.
Unnecessary. Really was like Tom said. It was a mistake to run out of bounds.
Well, now why is Bedford moving back? Let's see. Yeah, this is. Yep, that's what it is. Yep. That was Durso with the ball, right?
It was Durso.
Why was he running wide?
End around, out of bounds.
You don't do that. Come on. 6:22 to play. You don't do that.
Plus, you get more of a chance to poke it out of his arm when he's running the wide side like that, right? Somebody come up and
really do.
One guy hold him up, the other guy strip it. Yeah, it's dangerous.
He only got about 3 yards on the run.
Just an egregious penalty, as we talked about, Tom, penalties and turnovers.
This is the name of the game.
Bedford definitely leads in the personal foul category tonight, but that was a ill-timed penalty against the Panthers.
28-14 the score.
Down by 2 scores.
Bedford just trying to hold on to the ball.
That's a win right there, even if they don't score.
And keep the clock moving. And the way you do that is you stay in bounds.
1st and 10 at the 30 of South, and hit and knocked down just beyond the line of scrimmage. Good stop that time.
That was a good stop.
That was on number 21, Brody Helton again on the carry.
Well, I'll tell you what, the yards for Helton are much harder to gain tonight than they were a year ago when he played this team. This team is doing better against the run. And what haven't you seen in this half much of? You haven't seen Bennett Matthews carry the ball much, have you?
No,
you haven't.
2nd and 9, and as soon as you say that.
He'll run it.
Yeah, wide side, Tom. Oh, they're going to call timeout.
Yep.
Bedford wants one. Okay, so we'll take a timeout. I mentioned player of the week last week, game 1, Sauhegan's Ryland Radulanis. It was in Dover versus St. Thomas, a 40-14 win for Sauhegan.
14 each. Right,
4
2
TDs.
rushing, 1
Yeah.
receiving, and 1 with a punt return.
How about that? Ryan, rush, receive, and run back, Raudalanis, right? 15 carries, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns, as Tom said, that was on the ground. 14-yard touchdown reception.
Listen,
And a 55-yard punt return.
Salhegan has made a living the last 5 years on playmakers.
And there's
Their
another one.
Offense
Yeah.
always has playmakers. And you think this one kid graduates, how could they not? They come right back with them.
They reloaded
They reloaded.
with a run back.
They had a
Russian.
quarterback come out of nowhere, Michael
Deception.
Fiengo last year. Last year.
Yeah, yeah.
Come out of nowhere. No one expected this kid to be the quarterback.
Yeah.
And he's the quarterback, and he just
Wow.
destroyed everybody running and throwing.
How about that? And Salhegan's playing at Conval tonight. On Friday Night Football. It's been a beautiful night for football here at Stellos. Rolling out, throwing on the run, completed to Durso. Who else? He's got a first down. He's about to the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for Bedford with 5:42 to go in the game. Leading by 2 scores, threatening to go up by 3 touchdowns on this drive. Well executed rollout play, looking unstoppable, the Bedford offense. Led by Bennett Matthews, the senior. Actually, is he a senior or is he junior? Junior quarterback? Brody Helton, the
Bennett Matthews is a senior.
Okay, and so is his.
Yeah, and they're both lacrosse players. They're
Dynamic,
2 of the best lacrosse players in the state.
Oh, yeah, dynamic duo, Helton.
They go together.
Keeping it is Matthews.
There we go. See, there's
There
Bennett
he is,
Matthews
yeah.
running the ball. Yeah.
Churning and spinning his way to the turf inside the 10. Very close to a first down. That would be at the 6. He gets to the 8.
9 on the play, 2nd down and 1.
2nd and 1. So clock and ticking now down to 5 minutes left to go. Bedford in full control of this football game.
What we have, Pete? North leads
27
27
North,
zip.
yeah.
Yeah, wow, they're good. I tell you what, they're
The Titans.
much better than they were last year. I'll tell you that.
Handoff. Helton looking for his first touchdown tonight.
Yeah, that's amazing. You wouldn't
Yeah.
have thought that, right?
Inside, yeah.
I think I
Durso's
lost-
been hogging all the TDs
I think I lost the
tonight.
pool.
Yeah, right? Yeah. What happened? People had 4 touchdowns last week. He's got none tonight? Are you kidding me? Check the tape. No, it's Durso and Matthews, and it looks like they're just going to keep handing it to Helton at this point. He got a first down with that carry. It's goal to go for Bedford at the 4-yard line.
First and goal,
Yeah.
4:29
Yeah.
left, and right now it just does not look good for Nashua South.
I just see them handing this ball to Helton 3 times if necessary.
Well, this is where he fumbled the ball the last time, right?
Right.
When he got the ball.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Exactly.
Man. I know it.
Covered by
I think
Karuru.
Matthews is going to carry the ball.
Oh, he drops it. He was trying to hand it off, and Helton falls on it.
They do not have that play set, do they? Telling you.
What's going on?
Telling
I
you.
don't know. They almost did it again.
That was a run for Matthews. He was going to run the ball. He faked the hand off to Helton, and Helton
You're
took
right.
it, and the ball
Yeah.
dropped. That's
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication, mishandle, and nearly another disaster.
They
But
lost 4 yards, so it's second
they did.
and goal from the 8.
they did lose 4 yards, so loss on the play, second and goal.
Clock is ticking. Those of you on TV can see it. It's
Yeah.
3:34, and those of you on radio now know it's 3:34. It's probably gone another 3 seconds
Yeah.
since I just said that.
Wow, that would have been something if they turned it over again there with 95 yards to go or 90 yards to go for
My guess
South.
is they're going to go to this side. Oh,
He looks like he's going to throw it. Rolling out, throwing to his left, and it is intercepted by Tripp. Is he in the end zone? Is it a touchback? Josh Tripp has intercepted this ball in the field of play. And it is, no, he says he was out of bounds. We've got to see that replay.
I'd love to see that replay
I thought he
again.
toe tapped. It was a rollout left, throw left. We got the replay.
Here we go. Oh, no, do we?
No?
Here we go. Let's
Here it
see.
is. Oh, he was out.
He
of
was out,
bounds.
yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
out.
was, yep.
Yeah. He looked out on the replay.
Replay confirms out of bounds, so it will be a 3rd down and goal.
Yeah, good call. Actually, I was like, you need two feet in? Do you need 2 feet in, just? 1?
It looked like he put his foot down half on the outbounds and half on the turf. So yeah, he wasn't really paying attention to his foot.
He wouldn't because he was going for the ball.
Exactly, yeah.
But that's not a good call. I mean, you got Matthews off his back foot. I mean, what are they doing? You know, luckily for South, you don't want to throw against South here.
And holding it is Matthews. He's tackled at about the 5.
He's still going.
He's still on his feet. Churning. He hasn't gone down.
He's in.
Touchdown. Bennett Matthews.
Yeah, he's still
difficult
going.
to bring down.
I saw the way he was running. I said they're not going to be able to bring him down.
I lost him like in a big
I
purple wave.
watched him.
There were so many people on him.
Yep.
That could have tackled him, it seemed like, and nobody could get him to the turf.
Well, and that
touchdown, Bedford, as they go up by 3
That
scores.
is a statement right there by Matthews in this game.
34-14.
So
Bennett Matthews with his second
right.
rushing touchdown. Quarterback for Bedford. And it is a extra point to come by Elijah Todd. He's been perfect so far tonight.
It doesn't feel like a 34-14.
No, it doesn't, yeah.
Oh,
off the right upright. A doink by Elijah Todd. He missed that one, or it might have been deflected off of the upright, but he misses to the right.
Last year's score, 38-14.
Wow, 34-14.
And they're two totally different games.
Right?
It's amazing. That's what,
yeah.
It really is.
Bedford, the Bedford sports machine, and a great start for the Bulldogs to this season. 2:59 to go in a game that now pretty much feels decided, although there's 3 minutes left in it. How about that Titans team churning their way to maybe a shutout victory at Goffstown? That we'll be seeing them as the season goes along. We got
2 weeks from tonight, the Battle of the Bridge.
Right here. Oh, that'll be great to cover on Nashua TV. And tonight, Bedford ruling the roost 34-14. They're up with 2:59 remaining here at Stellos. Tomorrow night, Stellos will be the scene for Bishop Girton versus Merrimack, a 6 o'clock kickoff. Weather looks good for that one, too.
You know how those 6 o'clock kickoffs started?
Your idea?
No, it would have been. Ryan Brown just spaced it and wrote 6 down. He didn't realize it. No, he meant to write 6:30. This is when they started it like 4 or 5 years, his first year.
You mean Saturday nights?
Yes, his first or second year.
Who did that?
Ryan Brown. He meant to write 6:30 on the schedule. And he wrote 6. So they said, you know what, we like it. We'll keep it.
Okay.
That's what he told me.
Good thing he didn't write 4 in the morning. Or
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
Squib kick.
John, that's when I went to bed this morning.
Oh, wow.
And guess what?
Picked up at the 25-yard line, running all the way to the right sideline. He ran about 20 yards to gain 5. That's 21 Ryan Jansen on the return.
And guess what else I did last night at around 2 a.m.?
Cooked?
I did that. I had already done that. I had already done that. I've done it before. I took a dip.
Oh!
I took the polar plunge.
And was it cold?
Oh, that water's like freezing. I've done it a few times.
Wow.
Still swimming my morning
laps. The compound
laps.
has a pool. I don't think we've seen photographic evidence.
You would have last night. No one else is allowed. You would have last night if you saw me on Friday Night Lights'
overthrow
show.
Rollout by Cody Jackson to his left, intended for Colvin Levesque. Overthrows him. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the South 32.
See, Steve Beals from Friday Night Lights he wants to get in that pool so badly, and I won't.
You to go
and I won't let him.
Pool in the middle of the night like
it's
that.
Still summer, John. I want to
enjoy
the pool and get my money's worth out.
When's it close, by the way? What's the
next
date?
weekend?
Oh,
and you know what?
Sad occasion.
Weather in the 80s next week.
Okay, good decision.
Yep.
Keep it open.
Yep.
Yeah. In the shotgun, Cody Jackson flips it to the right. It is complete to Preston Boys. Boys gets the ball close to the first down marker at the 42. And in fact, he did get there. A 10-yard gain on 2nd down on the pass from Cody Jackson to Preston Boys. 1st and 10. 2:31 to go. Now the clock's rolling again, under 2:30 left. South down 34-14 in this Week 2 matchup. High hopes for South maybe to come up with the upset of Bedford, but there's Foot speed by Jackson. Cuts it back inside, takes some heavy hits. They get him down at the 35 of Bedford.
He was going for yardage, but what I think he should have done is probably run out of bounds.
He sacrificed getting out of bounds for only about 3 more yards. So he was at the 43, and now he gets the ball down to the 35. So gain of about 23. In the shotgun. Flipped it out to the left side. Eluding a tackler. Gain of about 5 on first down on the pass completion to the wide side. Quick hit to Colvin Levesque. It'll be 2nd and 5 at the 30 of Bedford. So going for a last score as the clock rolls. 1:40 to go in the game. And South down by 3 touchdowns, but driving.
Score and the onside kick is what they're going to try to do just to make the game closer. Sure. Bedford's starting to blitz.
There's a throw down the middle, and it's batted down. In coverage was Connor Sturgis, who's figured in a lot of knockdowns today as he does battle.
Who was that intended for? I'm looking
Number
to see.
1, it was Justin Fish.
Oh, Fish. All right. And Fish was beyond the defenders.
He was.
So if that ball had tipped backwards, he would have picked it. He would have picked it up.
That was one of the few passes tonight that you could argue that was slightly off target by Cody Jackson. Rolling to his right to throw. Looking down, deep down the field. He's hit as he gets it, throws it, and it falls harmlessly, but he took a big shot to the back of his uniform, and it was by Camden Santos, 0, the blitzing linebacker from the backside, who caught up to him as he went to plant his foot and throw. And the ball fluttered incomplete to the right after traveling about 10 yards in the air.
Well, this game at least will not go 3 hours. It will be about a 2.5-hour game.
Clock stops at 1:19 to go on 4th and 5.
Look at this, they blitz.
Throw, he's got to get 5 yards, dancing to the left,
He's
and
getting
free. Colvin Levesque down the sideline. Did he get out of bounds? Yes, he did at the 10-yard line. 1:09 left, 1st and 10 for South as they convert on 4th and 5.
An all-out blitz by Bedford, and they get burned. They get burned. They were not able to get there. And Levesque, that's a 25-yard, gets a 20-yard gain.
Nice play by Cody Jackson to find his receiver. He flicks this ball to Colvin Levesque. He's inside the 10, and he is tackled at 10. South calls a timeout here inside the 10-yard line. Maybe 1-yard gain. Levesque on the reception, and timeout on the field called by Nashua South. So October will be a very exciting month of football in Bedford. They are hosting 3 games, including against North and BG. They got the 10-3, 10-10, and 10-17 weekends right in a row. Then they go on the road 10-24 at Londonderry and come back. We're going to be doing a Halloween game. Bedford has a Halloween game at home against the Black and Orange, the quintessential Halloween colors. Keene is going to be at Bedford on that night. So
John Collins, there's 54 seconds left in this game. There's a timeout. I am going to make my way down on the field now. So
okay,
all right. I will see you tomorrow night.
Yeah, BG Merrimack. We'll have Rich McDonough alongside as well, and hopefully that'll be a good one. Bishop Girton against Merrimack. Merrimack looking for their first win after a pretty decent showing against this tough Bedford team. They lost 48-20 last week after having lost that same matchup 47-0 the season before. There's a swing pass to the left, hit as soon as he caught it for a loss on the play was Levesque. Was that 5 on the far side? Oh, that was Levine. That was Levine. Split to the left. 3rd down, and another timeout it looks like by South with 42 seconds left after that pass for a loss to the left side. So the ball's on the 13-yard line, goal to go. 3rd down and 13 basically to get the touchdown before the game time expires with 42 seconds left. Next game, Bedford will be hosting Thornton Academy on September 19th at 7 o'clock. Bedford will be home, but hosting an out-of-town team, Thornton. So we're back in action here with 42 seconds left to go. Third and goal to go from the 13. Rolling out under pressure, hit as he throws it. A flutter ball over the head of Josh Tripp in the back of the end zone. Incomplete. It'll bring up 4th and goal from the 13 as Jackson gets up from the hit. It looks like Camden Santos in the backfield again for Bedford. So let's see. Was there a flag down on that I missed? Flag from the end zone. So we've got their referee coming over to make the holding defense. Possibly somebody grabbed a hold of Josh Tripp as he was making his moves in the end zone.
I don't think we'll go against Bedford. They will play it down.
And so it'll still be 3rd down, and it'll be closer to the end zone now. Ball spotted at the, looks like 6-yard line, maybe the 5. There's a shotgun snap. Sprinting away from the pressure, throwing on the run, batted down. Pass was intended by Colvin Levesque.
Broken up by number 16 for the Bulldogs, Arthur Bavati.
And number 16 on the knockdown for Bedford. That was a good defensive play by Harshil Puvati, junior defensive back, number 16. Was able to front the receiver and knock the ball down. That was intended for Levesque, near side right. And the rollout by, and there's a timeout. Bedford wants to talk things over on 4th and 6, goal to go from the 6. So some valuable reps here for these teams. Red zone offense, red zone defense. They want to use it as a teaching moment, coaching moment, no doubt. So high quality units out there, offensively and defensively. Even though the game's all purposes fully decided with a 34-14 lead for Bedford. They are fighting to the finish here to try to, Bedford trying to keep Nashua from scoring their 3rd touchdown, and of course Panthers trying to put up that 3rd score with some kind of a 4th down play call here that will get that ball in the end zone.
Nashua South will host Johnstown here this week, 6:30 kickoff.
Colvin Levesque scoring a touchdown, and
Score from Johnstown. It is 28.
Sam Levine got a score, and let's see if they can find the formula to come up with a scoring play here on 4th down and goal to go from the 6. Teams have come out of their timeout huddles. They're back on the field, ready to go. Shotgun snap. Throwing, hit as he throws it over the head of Josh Tripp in the back of the end zone. It'll be Bedford ball, incomplete pass. Huge pressure on the quarterback almost immediately in the backfield with 2 Bedford rushers, and Cody Jackson forced to get rid of it. Fired a bullet over the head of Joshua Tripp in the back of the end zone. Joshua got back there pretty quick, but he had no time really to set up and square up, and the ball went over everybody. So 30 seconds left. It'll be Bedford ball to just basically go victory formation and take this victory up by 34-14. Bennett Matthews, a terrific night again, filling up the stat sheet. Takes a knee in the backfield, and 26 seconds. That'll probably be the last play right there on the kneel down by the Bulldogs, who come in on the road and defeat the Panthers in their home opener after winning on the road in week 1 against Merrimack as well. They'll be back home next Friday night to host Thornton Academy in Bedford. So South certainly put up a great fight early in this one. It was tied at 14 until it wasn't. Bedford pulls away with the unanswered 20 points of scoring. They just missed one extra point tonight, and that's your final score, 34-14 on a night when certainly Bryson Durso was a shining star on offense for Bedford with 3 touchdowns. For Tom King and my great crew, Tim O'Neill upstairs on camera, Katie Doyle next to me on audio, Dylan Smith on replays back in the studio, and my executive producer, Pete Johnson. Thanks to our Bedford viewers, BCTV, for tuning in, and our radio audience at WBNH as well. I'm John Collins signing off. Thank you for watching football on Nashua ETV. Good night, everybody. What a tremendous shot that was.